Oh, and we are back. Sunday. Fun day. Oh my God, it's Christmas in 3 days, folks.
Very exciting.
3 days. Some creepy old man crawls down your chimney, gawks at your furniture and your tree, eats your cookie, takes one drink of milk. Rumor has it he's lactose intolerant. And then suddenly heads up the chimney and is gone yet again. Go figure how that happens. How that's legal. How is that allowed in today's modern era of security and convenience? I don't know. Just terrible.
He's got really good camera blockers, right? So he can get in without those internal cameras, internal rings catching everybody.
He uses electronic warfare measures to get inside your house. I knew it. He's a Halliburton Santa. I know, that comment definitely aged me, and I apologize to the world. During our time, when we were young, Halliburton was the big bad during our time. I would say modern Zennial time is, and Enron. I'd say modern Zennial time, it's kind of the whole oligarchy theater now. The whole oligarchy thing is kind of the big bad. Copyright pending, trademark pending.
The whole look, man. The fact that Blue Cross Blue Shield tried to roll out their whole we're not going to pay you for anesthesia.
That was pretty weird.
Didn't that happen? And they were like, actually, let's not. Maybe we're not.
In fact, they were going to put patients on timers. For anesthesia. That just felt
that was fucked up, man.
That open heart surgery shouldn't take longer than half an hour, right?
Yeah. Crazy. So where we last left off, the team had taken a little time to discuss what had happened with the information that they discovered about Crimp, his plans and his motives, seeming to guide everyone. We know that Ariana has fled the city, and lots of tense activity are beginning to happen. However, after being contacted by Fabian and being given the opportunity to see the prancing centaur in its full beginnings of its burgeoning turning into a shop, Fabian had a favor to ask that offered up an opportunity to make some inroads with the Chandei Quorum. A young woman by the name of Princella had gone missing. She had traveled with her consort and bodyguards down to the now famous High Tree Station, a common picnic and touristy area that people sometimes travel to enjoy the close proximity of the Odorland wilds that surround Jrusar. The team, taking on the challenge, descended down into the High Tree Station and began to discover a graveyard of skiffs. These skiffs still had operable broomstone engines that larvae creatures known as star grazier larvae had been attached to in order to hatch these strange possible creatures. The team then found the High Station ruins where the picnic spot was located, and here they found the wrapped form of somebody who was placed inside of a tree as if being held for purposes of possibly food. And noticing that nearby a pond, a rather large 2-acre pond, showing some kind of nefarious looks about it. The team made their way into the area of the ruins and discovered that there was indeed a body hanging underneath the old ancient tree that kind of filled the ruined space. As they approached and cut down the body with the intent of freeing whoever's inside, they cut open the fibers to see the face and the matching description of Princella. And at that moment, a creature explodes out of the pond. A huge chitinous-like centipede creature explodes out, getting ready to attack down at everybody that is around the area. And that's where we last left off, which is the infamous, I need everyone to roll for initiative, please.
Yeah.
nerds.
I'm
Oh,
rolling
you're
with.
kidding me.
I'm
Sorry.
rolling with the new die I got from Ryan.
There's the classic tally.
Oh
you're
no!
kidding me.
Well, it's a nat 1 plus 2.
There you go. 3 it is.
I knew I was going to hate this.
I got
All
a
right.
lot.
Unnatural 20 for Professor Jumblecross.
Nice.
Dirty.
19
Oh my
plus
God.
3.
Oh dang!
Ew, there it is.
Let's save those. Let's save those rolls.
19. 19. I wanted 20. It was a 19.
All right. Make sure I've got everybody in. Oh, that's. Oh, God. You know, we haven't played for a while. I keep forgetting. I got to make other changes first before I do the main change. Because, you know.
Ah,
Mm.
so
So let me
cool
get
to
everyone
play.
positioned because I believe somebody was over in the ruins, correct?
I was like trying to get up into the ruins, so I had like height on them. Yeah.
You are back there. I've got this guy coming out of the water here. And then I've got everybody else, I believe, over covering the female that you guys released out of the webbing right there. Okay, yep, I believe that's where I had everybody positioned. Oh, yeah, I'm trying out a new camera, and so far I'm liking it because
Looks
I can
good.
control the white balance, so it's a lot. There's less feedback glare on the mat, and you can actually see figures a little bit more crisply. And the colors look pretty good too, if I don't mind saying so
They
myself.
do.
You do. It's so pretty.
Let's see. I got a 20 for the professor. I got a 22 there. I got 11, 12, and 3, or the 12 right there, Melody.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So unfortunately, the creature's going to get a surprise round first.
Come on.
He is going to use his breath weapon. I need Melody, and I need Air Trio, and I need Karina, as well as Professor Jabotras to make dexterity saves, please.
Okay. I got a nat 20.
I also got a
Nice.
nat 20.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh, I got a
Wicked
2
bad.
plus
Wicked
1 is
bad.
3.
no.
So Tally, Karina, what'd you get?
22 overall.
Hey, you're good. Air Trio, you failed. Melody, what'd you get?
20.
20. You're good. Professor Jabotras, what'd you get?
17.
17. So, as this strange gelatinous kind of goop comes shooting out of the creature's mouth, you watch as it wraps around Air Trio, covers him completely, begins to solidify into a hardened shell as he is grappled and restrained. Maybe if I can find the proper documentation here. Oh, this is why you don't let your kids play with your stuff.
It'd be good to just have like some Play-Doh for Eritrea right now. Some silly putty.
Some
Yeah, no
gack.
kidding.
Yeah.
Good old
there's-
Nickelodeon gack.
Oh,
Yeah, good old-
that
Let's-
is-
green
Let's age,
slime.
let's age
all
ourselves
that.
really fast, right? Just drop
Oh,
some
man.
gack on him.
My brother had the good fortune of getting slimed at Nickelodeon Studios when we were kids. He was like 6, like prime time to get slimed.
Yes.
All right. The creature will then slither out of the pond. Over there. It is then going to throw one of its barbs at Melody. So, you know what? I think I can move that in a little bit. Hopefully, it won't break anything. Oh, there we go. That's a little bit better. I forgot to zoom in the camera. I'm sorry. So, Melody, you got a barb being shot at you.
All right.
Is it silvery?
It's going to be a natural 1. You watch as the barb goes
Hey.
arcing and flying and sticks into the tree. missing you completely.
Love it.
There is a barb coming at Eritrea. This will be with advantage. That is going to be Gambler's Luck. That is a double 4.
Oof.
So
what
that
does
is
that mean?
normally, so that's
The nat-
automatically 6 plus 5. That's 11 points of piercing damage plus another 6. That's 17 points of piercing damage to Eritrea.
You know, in my
Are you up?
game last
I'm still up.
All right.
Could have been worse.
in my game last Saturday, I rolled double nat 20s.
Ooh.
I took a picture of it, and they were just gonna say you set the dice that
And
way.
you were rolling an advantage.
Dad's a cheater. Dad's a cheater. Pumpkin eater.
I was like, dude, hey, this doesn't happen. So
All right, Foreign, you are up with Professor Jalbatros on deck.
okay, I'm going to get out Togwanath. I'm gonna try and duck around. Would that plant tree thing count as cover, or if I was the back around behind it to fire from?
I would say the ruin in general is going to provide you with cover.
Okay, all right. Then
Yeah.
I'm gonna. All right, so first round, I'm just gonna take my first shot. I will. Do I have height? It's a big creature, so I don't know if
You
that
do not
counts as
have
height.
height, no.
All right, so I'll use two of my action points to fire with advantage
Okay.
with Togwanath the rifle.
Okay.
Boy, am I glad I did that. That's 19 plus. So it's a 19 plus 7, so that's a 26 to hit.
26 will definitely hit, and
It
that'll
was either
be,
26 or a 10, so it's a 26.
and
to
that'll
hit.
also gain you an extra D4 of damage.
Woohoo! All right. So that's an extra D4 plus I've got the psychic strikes, and I've hit them now, so I will apply hex and favored foe, but they don't count on this attack, I think. So
Correct.
so I'll apply those as the attack, but I get dreadful strikes, which is another D4 on top of that
Okay. So he is
because
currently-
psychic damage, extra D4 of psychic damage. I don't.
He's
I think it's
currently
immune to psychic damage though. But okay. So, no, it's actually a D12. Ooh, wrong die. There we go.
So what was your total damage you did?
Rolling it now. I was grabbing the dice. I grabbed the wrong die. Oh man, not great. So that's 5, 6 plus 3 is 9. 9
Nine
total
po-
damage on the
9
attack.
points of piercing damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
The shot goes off. You watch as the round hits the creature in the side. It kind of bounces back, its huge head turning towards you.
Yeah, with Hex, I'm going to apply against wisdom saving throws.
Okay.
You guys are a lot of wisdom things, right? So
That's good for me.
I think that'll help our other guys with their attacks, like trying to give him disadvantage on those. So yeah, Hex for wisdom saving throws, and then he's a favored foe now. I marked him as a favored foe. So
Okay.
next round of attacks, I'll have more stuff to do. But I assume that burns my third action point, burn there, and my fourth is a reload.
Correct.
Cool.
All right. I'll finish
Awesome.
your turn.
Good turn.
Professor Jalbatros, you are up with the creature on deck.
Okay. Is the rest of the team, is everyone within 30 feet of me right now?
I'm not.
Everybody but Foreign. Foreign is about 45 feet away from you.
All right. Ford, how's your wisdom? If you had to put a number to it.
My wisdom's all right. Second to my dex. So
Okay. All right. So the three of you here, I'm going to use one of my abilities. I'm going to use Watcher's Will. So for the next 1 minute, all of you have advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws.
Oh.
All right. I'm going to charge at the giant centipede guy.
Okay.
Let me know when I'm within. Is there any way I
So-
can get?
Is that ability a spell or just an ability?
It's just an ability.
Okay, so that's 1 AP. You got 3 AP left. You move. You got 2 AP left now.
Can I kind of parallel to him. Like, let me see what my flying movement is. I think it's like 50. Yeah, it's my flying movement is 50 total.
So you want to get
can I-
high enough that you're near his head?
I want to try to do this where I'm nearer to him, and if the other people are more than 30 feet away, that's a good thing. It's not strictly necessary, but I'd prefer to be as far away from them as possible while still within range of him.
Let me get one of my flight stands because
I got you.
we can put you
So
25 feet and then we put you 10 feet
maybe
up
like
in the air,
25
which
feet.
gives you over 35 feet distance from everybody.
Okay, cool. That works for me.
Oh, damn.
There we go. So I'm just going to look at him, and I'm going to use one of my other abilities. I'm going to use Abjure the Extraplanar. So I'm presenting my holy symbol of Remnus, and he has to make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw, or he has to turn around and run for me for 1 minute. Everyone else within 30 feet of me does too.
What?
You're all extraplanar. Every single one of you is extraplanar.
Wait.
You're
But everybody's now 35 feet away from you. So
yeah, that's why I did that first.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, that's why I did that. For
It's like,
may or
quite
may
the
not be. I
risk
don't know
you're
what you are.
taking.
Yeah, it's as an action, I present my holy symbol. It's
I don't think this has
aberration-
ever happened to me in a single session. I just rolled double twos. But doesn't matter. It's still a fail because it's not gambler's luck. Because he had disadvantage on the save. However, he is going to spend a legendary resistance to pass the test.
All right. So, do I have one action point left?
Yeah, because you cast and you moved and you cast again.
Well,
Or whatever,
you
you
did
skill,
an
I mean.
ability.
2 abilities and a move. Yeah.
Yep, 1 AP left.
Okay. So, all right. In that case, since I'm the closest to him, I'm going to go ahead and cast Shield of Faith on myself. So that just gives me a +2 to.
That's 2 AP if it's a spell.
Oh, I apologize. I'm not used to having spells. All right. What can I do?
Cantrips are 1 AP. Spells are 2 AP.
Okay. What is it that he has disadvantage on right now?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay. I'd like to try to intimidate him if I can. I'm going to go ahead and cast Thaumaturgy on myself to kind of what I did earlier in the campaign, just like increase the volume of my caw scream by a factor of 3 and just scream at him.
Okay, give me an intimidation check.
All right. Where is the D20 when you need one? That is, do I have any more intimidation? That is an 18.
Nice.
He is going to use a reaction and do predatory strike as he attempts to swallow you whole. And that's when you suddenly realize he may not be smart enough or wise enough to understand what it means to be scared.
Fun.
That's not
Nice.
good.
That is going to be a 24 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. That is going to be 7 points of piercing damage. Give me a strength save, if you would, please.
Okay. Let me find another die here. Where's my strength? Okay, +4. Oh, that's a nat 20 +4.
Nice.
Yay.
So instead of being swallowed, you're only considered grappled in its mouth as you're holding on to its teeth to prevent yourself from being swallowed down into its gullet.
Nice.
All right. That means I have 3 AP for my go. All right. So the creature is
Use
up.
those muscles.
I'm
Let's
picturing
go.
Jellytros with like a leg on the top of his mouth and a leg on the bottom, pushing it open.
full Looney Tunes. Full Looney Tunes. The creature is going to send a barb at Melody.
All right.
That's going to be a 24 to hit.
That hits, but I'd like to use Quell the Defiler.
Okay.
I can, as a reaction, force him to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Nice.
If
That
he
will
fails,
fail.
he misses. Okay. It's
Yep, that'll fail.
okay. So in that case, he misses and he's charmed by me until the end of my next turn.
Oh, snap.
Nice.
Which
That
is not
sounds like-
very long from now, unfortunately.
I see Melody being like, no, bad.
No, no, no.
And it's like, oh.
So if he's under a charmed effect, that means a couple things, I think. So he's under the charmed effect till the beginning of your next turn or the end of your next turn?
The end of my next turn.
Okay. So he's currently charmed. He cannot attack any of your friends or allies. I will say he will expend an action point to let Dr. Jalbatros go. So Dr. Jalbatros is no longer grappled and is now flying just outside of its mouth. And I'll say that finishes its turn at that point, as it's
fabulous.
charmed by you.
Oh, incredible.
Yeah.
All right. Well, unfortunately, I'm up next, so it's not going to be very long that he's charmed. But I will. Let's see. Can I use an action point to try and sort of ungrapple Eritreo, like kind of rip the goop off him?
Yeah. Give me a strength check as you do it.
Okay.
Just hit it with your sword.
It's a 16.
16. DC was a 15.
Nice.
So he's no longer restrained,
Killer.
but because of the density of the fiber, he's still considered grappled. If you want to spend another action point and another strength check to peel him out of the last of it, you can.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, go ahead and give me another strength check.
All right.
15 or higher.
Oh, that is unfortunately a 12.
Yeah, you pull at it, and the bits of fibers around his legs and feet and part of his arms are still holding fast.
Okay, and then for my last action point, because I spent one on that reaction, I'll just try and throw a javelin at this guy.
Go for it.
All right, so let's see.
Just pick up one of the tail barbs it threw at you and throw it back.
Yeah, that's a 13.
13. You toss the javelin, and it sparks off the hardened kind of scales of its body, bouncing away,
Okay.
unable to penetrate.
All right, that's my turn.
Okay, Eritrea, you are up with Karina on deck. Your legs and one of your arms are still bound, so you're considered grappled, but you're still able to attack and do normal activities.
All right.
Your move is 0 from being grappled.
Okay. I am going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
So 2d8 plus 6. Let me put those guys out. 6, 2, so that is 14 points I get back for myself. All right, and then I'm going to use Inflict Wounds. So that'll be...
Inflict wounds that melee
I think
touch.
Oh, it is touch. And I'm probably not close enough to do that. Shit.
No, currently you are about 40 feet away from the creature. Poor Kurt's got the whole gang down in the basement tonight, I think.
It's the kids. All the kids.
Well, I'm just gonna try to throw a spear at him then.
All right.
They said you're playing games. Let's put you down there with the kids.
Yeah.
No dinner table for you, buddy.
19.
19 will just barely hit. That is its armor class.
All right, sweet. So that is damage 1d6 minus 1.
There you go.
-1?
Yeah.
Well, I feel like Melody should have some kind of reaction to this gunked up Eritrea throwing a spear and hitting it when Melody's like all jacked, chucking this javelin and it bounces off.
So that 3 action points that I've used to spell and
Correct.
Spell
You have 1 AP left. What did you get for damage?
that is 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Let's try to Do I need 2 hands for the crossbow?
I think that's a heavy crossbow. A regular crossbow you can shoot with one hand.
Why
Okay.
don't you try and get yourself ungrappled so you don't have disadvantage on saves?
Yeah,
He
that's a
doesn't
good
have
point.
strength, right?
Yeah, I
That's
don't-
strength, isn't it?
Yeah. Or maybe it's
Yeah,
a lost cause.
Yeah, my strength is -2.
Oh.
So it's probably not gonna be a good deal. Yeah, let's try to spear him. Or I mean not spear him, javelin him. So that'll be
It'll still be at disadvantage because you're doing
Okay.
2 concurrent strikes at him.
then I will definitely miss. That's an 8.
Yep, 8 will miss. You watch as the bolt bounces off the armor plating of the creature. That'll finish Eritrio's turn. However, the creature is no longer charmed. After Melody's turn was over, it is going to spend 3 legendary action points to do an acid spray. So Karina, Melody, and Eritrio, give me deck saves. Eritrio, that will be a disadvantage for you because you're still considered grappled.
I got a 10.
Okay,
Got a
that'll fail.
6.
That'll
Another
fail.
nat 20.
Oh,
Oh,
Hell.
On
I
your
think
save,
Karina-
but, you know.
Yeah.
I mean-
Melody and Eritrio take 9 points of acid damage.
all right.
And it will take you 1 AP to clean it off of you or continue to take damage. Karina, the acid does half damage to you, but does not stick to your form. So you only take 4 points of acid damage. Karina, you are up. We'll be at the top of the second round with Thorn on deck.
So at the end of the last session, I used Rap Sense, and I sensed that there was a portal inside the tree.
You did, yes.
The old portal, yeah.
Unfortunately, we stopped before I had a chance to do the next action, which is to make a DC 15 ability check using your spellcasting ability. On a successful check, you learn the destination plane of the portal and what portal key it requires.
Yes. Yeah, go ahead and make that
my-
D20 roll.
Nice. What do I roll for it? DC
Well, what? It's a DC 15.
15, you said.
ability check. So just like a normal D20.
Well, is it? So I'm a little confused. So what's the ability called?
Rap Sense. It doesn't say what ability check or ability check using your spellcasting ability.
How does it
So-
spell it? WRAP?
Warp sense or rap sense? Warp
W.
sense. Warp sense.
Yes.
ARP. Yeah.
Warp sense. It says it's a spell.
But she was
Um,
casting it before the creature, or right when the creature was attacking at the
Yeah,
last time.
that's right. That's right. And there's no
Yep, yeah.
save. So for the duration you sense, so it's 1 minute concentration. So when you casted it, the you sense the presence of portals, inactive ones, even inactive ones within 30 feet of yourself. If you detect a portal in this way, you can use your action to study it. You then make a DC 15 ability check, which would be an investigation check. On a successful check, you learn the destination of the plane of the portal and what portal key it requires. Then the spell ends. On a failed check, you learn nothing and can't study that portal again using the spell. So we'll say that you were just about to do that when the creature sprung out of the water. So go ahead and make an investigation roll for me.
D20. 16.
16. That beats the DC 15. It is an inactive portal. It is currently not active. You can tell that the last time it was used was quite a long time ago, and the required portal key to make it active again is a fragment of a star.
Do I get any sense of where the portal goes?
You get the sense that it might lead to some physical place in the astral sea.
Okay. Well, I guess now to not dying. I'm going to cast Wrap Bolt. Am I 60 feet away from? Am I within 60 feet of the creature?
Definitely.
I'm going to cast Wrap Bolt. Do I have 2 action points left after
You
my
have
check?
4 left because I'm going to say that you used that ability like before the creature attacked you or attacked the group. That way you were kind of in the middle of investigating where the portal was as the creature attacks.
Oh,
So
nice.
you have 4 AP.
Okay. So I guess my first one is going to be actually okay, I'll do True Strike. No, am I within 30 feet or am I too far?
You are
45.
10, 15, 20, 25, 35 feet.
Okay, I'm not gonna go close to this thing because I don't wanna. So instead I will just attack it.
Okay. With harsh language or weapons?
With Wrap Bolt. So I did damage, which was 27, but it's not showing me what is the DC to hit.
So it's called Wrap Bolt.
Sorry, a lot of new
Warp
spells.
Warbolt or War? I'm not seeing
Wrap Bolt.
WARP.
Warp Bolt.
Yeah, like a warp. Yeah.
Right. Is it one word?
60 feet. Concentration.
It looks like 2 words.
Yeah, it's not coming up in D&D.
Not finding it, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
weird. What is shock? No pun intended. Hold on, let me go to the Crucible Discord. Information spell. Warp Bolt. There it is. It's in Discord. When you cast a spell, you gain 1 level of contamination. It is concentration up to a minute. An arcing bolt of octarine lightning strikes a creature within range. If the target has 1 or more contamination levels, it is hit automatically. Otherwise, make a ranged spell attack against the creature. On a hit, the target takes 66 necrotic damage and gains 1 level of contamination. You can create a new bolt of lightning as your action on any turn until the spell ends. It's almost like a version of Witch Bolt.
Yeah, I think so. I'm
Sounds
sorry,
like it.
a lot of new spells.
Yeah.
So ranged attack, do I just do my
You roll
palm
a
pistol?
you roll a d20 and add your spell attack modifier to it,
Okay.
which means you're also currently concentrating on the spell.
Okay, so it's 16 plus 4, so that's a 20.
20, that'll hit. Go ahead and
Hey.
roll the 66 necrotic damage, and I will mark down 1 containment level of contaminant.
What does that mean?
25.
25 points of necrotic damage. That's good. You definitely got this creature's attention.
Oh, shit.
So what this is nice is that as soon as it has 1 or more contamination levels, as long as you're concentrating on the spell, it'll automatically hit each turn. You therefore, on each of your turns, roll 66 necrotic damage as long as you're maintaining concentration.
Cool.
This is a perfect spell for you because you only have to hit that 1 time and contaminate it, and then you continuously do damage to it as long as you're maintaining concentration. It's just like Witch Bolt.
Okay, I'm very excited for that. I'm also very excited to run away and hide now.
I don't think you can do that because it would block your. You have to have like a range on that thing, right?
I don't think so. Let me go look at the spell descriptor.
It's 60 feet range.
Yeah, as long as you stay within
Okay.
60 feet of it,
Okay,
yeah, you
good.
can maintain the concentration, and the necrotic damage continues on.
I'm gonna run. How far am I from it right now?
Right now, you're 35 feet away from it.
I'm gonna run away. About 20 feet.
Okay.
Bravely
Where do you want to go?
bold
Back
Corinna,
towards the tree?
Corinna.
Back towards the pond? Which direction are you heading in?
Towards the tree with a very conscious effort to hide myself in a very noble and very brave way.
All right. I'll put you inside the old tree trunk back here. That leaves
I just
you
feel
one
like you're
AP.
shouting. I feel like you're shouting, "I'm brave, I'm noble," while you run and hide.
I guess. Yes.
You bravely and nobly run away.
Brave Karina. She bravely ran away.
This tracks. I did just show you guys my goodnight that says Gani, so there we go. You got praise to your Karina.
Bravely, boldly, and nobly ran away, away.
We do what we have to not die, okay? I know, we've been through this.
So it was 2 AP for Warp Bolt, 1 AP to move into the tree. You have 1 AP left.
Am I allowed to keep it to use as a reaction, or...
No, because you get all your AP back at the end of your turn anyways, which gives you
okay.
4 possible reaction points.
Okay, so I'll also do...
That's the
Wouldn't-
perks of being last in the round, right?
Yeah, I guess. Thank
All
God I
your
got that not one.
Silver linings, come on.
So, just to kind of try, would I be able to do detect animal or plant without losing concentration? Locate animal or plant. It's
that
as ritual.
Is it a cantrip?
It's a 10-minute ritual.
That would
No.
be 100 rounds before you were
Okay.
done.
Okay, so not that. So I will.
That's the equivalent of Spirit Bomb. You just stand there with your hands up for 5 episodes,
I guess.
and then when it finally the creature's dead, and you throw the Spirit Bomb.
Can I do the cantrip Mind Sliver without losing concentration?
I like that cantrip.
Yeah, because I don't believe it requires concentration.
Nice. So I'll do. It's also within 60 feet, so I'll do Mind Sliver at the very fun worm.
What's the save?
Intelligence 14.
Good choice. It is not a particularly intelligent creature. Until it rolls a natural 18 minus 2, which is a 16.
Oh, okay. Well, good for it, I guess.
But that's a cantrip. You could do it again, right?
Well, she's out of AP.
Or okay.
Yeah, that was her last AP. That will finish Karina, top of the second round. Forn, you are up with Professor Jalbatros on deck.
All right. I reloaded last, so I'm gonna.
Yep.
I'm gonna spend 2 AP and attack with advantage again.
Okay, go for it.
Wow. No, and I got a misfire on that one. I rolled
Ooh, a
one- I
natural
rolled a
1.
1 and a
Ew.
2.
Oof.
Disadvantage.
Oh, if
Disadvantage. I
only you
rolled a
rolled
1 and a
double
2.
ones, that would have been so much fun.
I know,
Critical
right?
fails are amazing.
Yeah. So.
So your
yeah,
rifle is now jammed
Yep.
and
So
will
I'll take
require
I'll take an eight.
2 APs to clear the jam.
Okay. All right. Well, 2 AP it is. So that's. Shit. And I start clearing the barrel.
That'll finish Ford's turn. Professor Jalbatros, you are up with the creature on deck.
All right. Just want to make sure I took myself off mute while I look at my options. All right, first thing, I'm going to try to turn him again. What was that? My Abjure the Extra Planar.
And that, how often can you use that?
I'm sorry?
I think
It
it's a
doesn't-
limited use.
It's just a Channel Divinity option.
Well,
So
don't
you
you
have
only
to
have to
take
do
off your
channel-
channel divinities. Yeah.
I'm sorry?
no,
What- which-
so it should have a limited use. How many times
Yeah,
can you
it's
use it per
limited,
day?
yeah. Should be 2, I think.
You can use Channel
I-
Divinity twice at level 4.
Okay, because I'm not actually seeing anything. I'll paste it in the thing, but I don't see anything.
It should have a. It should on D&D Beyond. It should have like a box next to Channel Divinity, and you tick
On the
that off
character
as you
sheet.
use that. Or yeah, on your character sheet. Sorry, it should have a box next to that. You tick that off every time you use something that qualifies as channel divinity.
Like I said, I'll paste it in there. There is nothing in there that shows like a counter or anything. It's like I'll
It's
take
not
a
that-
picture of it. I'll show you guys later. But
Yeah.
here, anyway, I'll post it in our Discord, but that's fine.
It's under
First thing
your
I'm gonna do-
uses. Yeah.
Yeah. But
You can
first
see
thing I'm
channel
gonna do-
divinity under actions as well.
Yeah, if you scroll down, you'll find
Yeah,
like it'll show boxes.
Come on, Charlie, stop doing that.
Everything's all looped together in channel. Like it's even though it says the spell's over here, but it's used by channel divinity, so you have to actually go down to where channel divinity is to show your uses of channel divinity. They're in different places. It's weird. I hate
You're fine.
that. for
I'll deal with it later. So I'm
But
happy to
Rangers
just
Rangers
come
the
back.
same way. Like a favored foe, I have to go all the way through to find where favored foe is.
You're fine. All right. Well, that being the case, I'm going to go ahead and cast Shield of Faith on myself. So that'll give me a temporary +2 to my armor class. And that's 2. So, all
Okay.
right. I'm going to heal myself with Lay on Hands. I think I still have about 15 points. I'm trying to find that because it's kind of buried in here. Where are you? Lay on Hands. It's an ability, I think. Not so that is okay. I can heal myself for 15, which will bring me back up to my max HP. All right, and that leaves me with 1, I do believe. All right, where am I? What can I do?
That is really interesting. I am reading his channel divinity. There are no
Yeah.
checkboxes.
Yeah, there's none.
Weird.
None.
So
Like
And
at
it
the place
doesn't-
where- under the heading that says channel divinity, there are no checkboxes.
I will.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
nothing.
No checkboxes.
I'll
Even
take
even
some
under like
screenshots. I'll post them in the chat.
yeah, that's crazy.
But
There's-
like we can hash that out later. Assuming
well,
that's
no,
still
it's
on.
just interesting because when you read Abjure Extraplanier and you read Watcher's Will,
Yeah.
they're both 1 minute effects.
Yeah.
But there's no dispensation or no clarification of frequency of use.
Like I said, so I was like,
That's
as far as I know, it's not a limited thing. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, but we'll hash that out in a future section. So
Yeah, go
all
crazy.
right, Professor Jelvatros is back up to full health. So I mean, this guy just tried to eat him, so I'm a bit pissed. I'm just gonna go at him and
Well, you squawked at him like an angry seagull.
I'm not a seagull. Oh my god!
I'm an albatross. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna.
I have
I'm going to,
talent.
I'm just gonna try to like smash him as hard as I can in the face with my. It's a war pick, but I have it in there as my archaeologist rock hammer. So I'll
Yeah,
double
go
fist
for
that.
Yeah.
All right, so it's +6. Where my dice go?
It does. If you look in the, I was just looking under the Oath of the Watchers. It does say in Oath of the Watchers that you can use this class of channel divinity twice.
Okay.
Interesting, because the character sheet doesn't give you checkboxes. So
Yeah.
if it's
Yeah.
directly
I feel
linked
like-
to the oath limitation, that would kind of make sense because that's pretty OP if you could just do that at will whenever you want.
I don't.
Yeah, mine has checkboxes too, so interesting. Good for
I just
you.
want to like, I'm not actively trying to like fudge my rolls. It's I'm
No,
pulling
no.
my new gay trash can off, and as I do it, I'm hitting the dice. So that is. I don't think I did great. I think it's a 13.
13 will not hit as your war pick kind of bounces off the scaled hide of the creature.
All right.
That will
Well,
finish.
that's my points.
That'll finish your turn. The creature is up with Melody on deck. That crafty little warlock has triggered it. So this thing is going to pass by Jabatros, Eritrea, and Melody. The three of you are free to use attacks of opportunity if you want to.
I could not hear
I'll
you
make-
over the background.
I'll make an attack.
If you have a
Okay.
reaction, you can use attack of opportunity.
Okay.
But if you used all your action points, we're out of reactions.
Yeah. All right. So no, I used all my action points, so I'm out.
No. Okay. Remember, at the end of your turn, you always get 4 AP back.
Okay.
Which means you now have
Okay,
4
so-
available reactions to take if you choose to take it.
But you would have 3 actions next turn. Yeah.
Correct.
I got you. Okay.
I got a 22.
22 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Can I use
Eritrea, are you taking an attack of opportunity?
Yeah,
Go
absolutely.
for it.
Can I use a divine smite on a reaction, or is that only on like action?
As long as you strike with a weapon and you have the spell slot, go for it.
Sweet, love it.
14. 14.
14 will miss. Your weapon bouncing off the creature's scales.
All right, so that's. I got 15 points of damage to him.
Nice. As it slithers past Jabatros, past Eritrea, Melody strikes out it, slamming into it. The creature then coils up underneath the tree trunk, looking down at Karina. Its mouth kind of flares open, and it's going to attempt to bite attack you.
Goddamn.
You guys, attention! You did 25 points of necrotic damage.
What do I do now?
That's a 24 to hit.
Yeah, no, okay. Well, it was nice knowing y'all.
Well, what was your armor class?
The 12.
All right, so that's an extra D4. That is going to be 7, 8. That's 13 points of piercing damage.
Yikes.
It is going to attempt to bite you again. Going to spend 2 AP to do it, so it's a regular roll. That's going to miss. And then it's going to attempt to bite you again, and that's going to be a disadvantage since it only has 1 AP left. That is a natural 20
Oh, I'm dead.
and a 5. 5 plus 5 is a 10 because with disadvantage. So that's going to miss.
Ooh,
That'll end the
excellent.
creature's turn. I'm going to see if it gets its breath weapon back. It does not.
Love
Creature's turn is over. Melody, you are up with Arrow Trio on deck.
it. Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I just wanted to clarify because I was trying to look at something. Were you saying, did I have the opportunity to do an opportunity attack to him?
Correct, you
Okay.
did.
So
Did-
I was going to say, I apologize for going out of turn, but I was also going to do a divine smite on him.
So
Use up one
are
of
you
mine.
taking the opportunity
Yeah,
attack
yeah,
as
yeah.
he goes back? Go for it. All right,
Yeah.
go ahead and roll.
All right. Come here. And then I'm going to have to feed my cats in a second. So,
No worries.
all right, that is a. Let me see what my thing is. It's a 14 plus whatever my modifier is. Divine smite. I think it's a plus. Oh, that is a dirty 20.
That'll definitely hit. Go ahead and roll damage for your Divine
All
Smite.
right.
And your weapon?
And my weapon, is, I think it's an 18. Let me double check that because I rolled a 10. No, it's a 16 for my weapon, and
Okay.
that is a. That sucks. That's only 4 for the divine smite. That's radiant, so I don't know if that does.
Hey, that's
anything.
still between you and Melody. That's 35 points of damage just for it running by you. Melody, you are up with Air Trio on deck.
Okay. Can I try and wrench Eritrea free one more time?
Yeah, go for it. Give me a strength check.
Okay. That's 16.
He is no longer grappled.
All
He
right.
is free of the sticky substance.
And then I'll try and make another attack at the creature.
Okay.
Let's see. That's a 16.
16. What's your weapon?
It's a sword.
Longsword?
Yes.
Okay, glances off its armor, sparking and kind of bending away, unable to get through its kind of like armored chitin kind of natural armor.
Okay. Let me throw a sacred flame at him.
Okay.
With a dex save of 14 for him.
That is an 8 plus 5 is a 13. That is going to fail.
All right,
Nice.
so he'll take 1d8 radiant. Well, that's a 1, so he'll take 1 radiant.
You have 2 AP left, or you have 1 AP left.
And then I'll take 1 more attack at him with my longsword.
Okay, go for it.
That's a 15 plus 5 is a 20.
That'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right, and I'll use Divine Smite again. Okay, so it's 1d8 plus 3. That's a 7, so that's 10 on the weapon. And then for Sacred Flame, it's 2d8. That's a 7 and a 3, so it's 20 total.
All right. That'll finish your turn as the creature is rocked from behind, blasted and kind of carved into, but it's so focused on getting at Karina. Oh, by the way, Karina, I need a concentration save of 10 or higher. So a con save of 10 or higher to maintain concentration.
13.
13. You still maintain concentration. That'll finish Melody. Air Trio, you are up with Karina on deck.
And I have 3 action points because of my reaction attempt.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
And I apologize if I missed this. Channel Divinity, is that 1 AP or 2?
That is 1 AP when you use your Channel Divinity.
All right. I'm going to use Channel Divinity to do Divine Spark, which is roll 1d8, add my Wisdom modifier, and at which I can force a creature within 30 feet of me to make a con save throw. So yeah. So I will use that on the wormy squirmy thing.
Con save?
Con save, yeah. 13.
That is a 13 plus 5 is an 18.
All right. Cure wounds on myself, first level.
Okay.
All right, so that's going to be 2d8 plus 6. It's 2, 1, 3, so 9 points back to me.
Okay. You have 1 AP left.
Shouldn't I only have 1? Because I had 3, and then I just used a spell.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Your reaction. So that was your last AP. You just
Yeah.
used. Thank you. Karina, you are up. Then we'll be at the top of the 3rd round
Oh,
with Thorn on deck. And like you're inside that old tree, staring up at this really angry creature. Like its fangs are bearing down on you. Its form, there's like acidic drool coming out of its mouth. It knows you're dangerous and it's focused on you.
I'm going to keep running away.
Right now you're trapped inside the hollow of an old tree.
Oh, God, my choices.
I mean, you could spend an AP as a dash and dash by it without taking an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
So it's 1 AP for the dash and 1 AP for the move. Where would you like to run off to?
Where are people I can hide behind?
Air Trio and Melody are here. Professor's up here, and Ford is in the ruins.
Who is the most cool with me being in their general vicinity?
Well, the creatures, if you go past Melody and Air Trio, the creature's going to have to go between the two of them to get at you.
Oh, okay, that'll...
I mean, I'm in a safe place too.
I just don't know if I can make it to you before it gets...
Well, yeah, but
I'm
she's
not very
trying to
fast.
stay within 60 feet of it to maintain the necrotic damage. So at this point, dashing and movement puts you 30 feet away from the creature. Even though you automatically hit if you continue to use it as a spell, it's still 2 AP to continue to use the spell because you're concentrating on it.
Okay.
So if you want to do the 66 necrotic damage, you could do that, but that'll use the remaining 2 AP.
Okay, so I can run away and then do the spell.
Yeah. So like
Okay,
you guys
yeah.
see Karina come running out of the tree, like right in between Air Trio and Melody. She's like, like running in between the two of you, and then she turns around and kind of twists the warp effect that's contaminated it, and squeezes. Roll 66. See how much more damage you do to it.
Jeez. Fuck you.
Yes. 23.
Jeez, you're rolling good with that too.
Nice.
Another blast of necrotic warp energy crinkling its form. It just rears its head back and just bails out in a loud, kind of painful wail. It is going to use 4 legendary actions at the end of your turn to do dart spray. So I need Melody, Eritrea, and Karina to make dex saves, please.
I'm sorry.
I wish I had better decks. It's been my downfall this whole campaign.
Yeah, all
It's
15
cool.
sessions.
It's cool. I have good deck, and it's also been my down this whole campaign.
Are we still
Climb the
rolling?
building. I'll roll decks. 1 fail.
There were a few things that we could do with advantage. Was that one of them?
No,
No, it was wisdom, intelligence, and
charisma.
charisma. Yeah.
That's a shame.
Jabbatros is like a glamour bro. Like he's like, you're all beautiful, smart, and intelligent, but you're not very fast and you're not very strong.
But gosh darn it, people like you.
Yeah, no, the truth hurts.
We're all
exactly
glamorous.
what's going on in my head.
Glamour bros. Deck saves from.
It's Professor Albatross.
Yeah.
10.
I got an
fail.
18.
I got a
18 will pass. Melody.
6.
6. Melody and Karina take 20 points of piercing damage.
Oh, I'm dead.
Eritrea, you take no damage.
No damage. Sweet.
Yep.
For once, I get out of something.
Karina, are you down?
No, I'm dead.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
this-
dead down. Well, yeah, you're dead. You're gone.
I feel like Eritrea dodged them all, and they all hit Karina. He was like,
As I was dodging him, I was sweeping him under.
My plan failed.
I don't know. You did 48 points of damage in 2 rounds. It's actually not that bad.
No, my plan of not getting hit.
Oh, yeah, that plan. Yeah, you failed miserably there, but that's okay. Your armor class is 12. I mean, we got to get you some armor. All right. That will finish his legendary action at the end of Karina's turn, top of the 3rd round. Thorn, you are up with Jabbatros on deck.
all right, I've unjammed my rifle now, so we're back to
Okay.
fire again.
Okay.
Is it in cover at all? Because it went kind of into the tree.
No,
there,
it's a
but-
big creature,
Okay,
so it's like
all right.
half in and half out of the old tree.
All right, I just wanted to make sure before I rolled. So yeah, going
Yeah.
for advantage again. 2 AP to get advantage again on the attack.
Okay.
Oh, that's a dirty 20.
That'll hit. Roll for damage.
So that's D12, D6 because hex, D4 for favorite foe, plus D4 for psychic. Oh no! What dice was that? That was a D4. Hang on, let me re-roll that one. It disappeared. 3. All right. 8, 10, 13 plus 13 plus 3 is 16. Off of that hit.
Nice.
16 damage total. So that's like 3 psychic. The rest was there was the hex was 1 damage, and yeah, the rest was piercing after that. Because favorite foe, I think, just adds on to the piercing damage, right? It doesn't have a specific damage type, so
Yes.
yeah. But 3 of it was psychic. So
Okay. With psychic.
next action point to reload, and I'll hold my 3rd action, or my 4th action point rather. Sorry.
What's your trigger for that held action?
If I could make a reaction, like a react attack.
Remember, you get all your AP back at
Oh
the
yeah,
end of
yeah.
your
I
turn.
get my AP back at the end of the turn. Yeah.
Right. You can still technically do a hold
Yeah.
action.
Yeah.
So if, like, for example, you could
if
say,
it
I'm going
gets
to hold.
within range, if it gets within range of my pistol, because right now I am, I think I think he's more than 60 feet away from me right now, right?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65 feet.
Okay, so if he moves back within range, because my minimum range for a non-disadvantaged attack with my pistol is 60 feet.
Okay.
So if he
So if you see it move, and as soon as it's in range of your pistol,
Yeah.
you're going to spend one of
I'm
your
gonna-
4 reactions to take the shot.
Yeah. Well, that's my held action to take
Or
the
you're
shot.
going to
Yeah.
spend your held action and take the shot. Gotcha.
Yeah. If he comes
Okay.
within 60 feet, I'm going to fire at him with a pistol.
All
So it's a
right.
different weapon. That way it shouldn't be disadvantage, right?
Well, no, it's not that it's a different weapon. It's a different attack style. So
Okay.
it's still a ranged attack.
Yep.
But you're waiting for him to go, which means someone else is going to go before you.
Yep.
So it's not concurrent. That's why
Okay.
it's not disadvantage.
Got it.
I
Thank
know
you.
it's been a couple weeks,
Yep.
Get back in the groove. All right, that'll finish your turn. Professor Jabbletros, you are up with the creature on deck.
All right, I literally have no idea where he is. I cannot where is he on the map?
He is right here.
Okay, sorry. I literally thought that was part of the.
Well, you know what? Then my camouflage worked.
Fair enough.
Disadvantage to all, and to all
right.
a good night.
So, is he like standing under like a mangrove tree or something? Is that
Yeah,
what
it's like
that
a
is?
giant hollowed out tree that he's currently inside.
All
And he
right,
just
so,
sprayed like a massive cloud of spines into Eritrea Melody and knocking Karina unconscious on the ground.
All right. All right. So I'm going to charge at him, and I'm going to try to do. Is there anything flammable in the area? I assume there's a bunch of like rotted wood.
Well, the problem is it's a jungle environment, so everything's
So it's-
very humid and like damp.
Okay. All right. But first action is I'm just going to go ahead and do a sacred flame on him to at least try to get his attention.
Okay. That's a
So he
cantrip,
just-
correct?
Yeah, it's a cantrip. Let me double check. He has to make a DC 14 Dex save.
Did my lighting just change?
I don't know. I was tabbed off that screen.
That's weird. I wonder if my hand went in front of it and it auto balanced. There we go. That was weird. I think my hand passed in front of it and it blew light out. That was funny. I'm not used to cameras having an actual auto white balance that actually works. It's very strange. All right. So what are you doing, Professor?
Sorry, I was doing a sacred flame on him. I'm like flying
And
towards
that-
him, but so
and
it's
that's
a
a dex.
DC. Yeah, DC 14 Dex.
Okay. That is. God, I cannot make dex saves tonight. That is a 3 + 5, which is an 8.
So it's 1d8. So let me get it front of d8 here. All right, that is 10 total damage.
Okay. And you have 2 AP left.
Right. So I'm going to go ahead and take the opportunity to kind of back off a little bit, just fly upwards, like maybe 15 feet. And
Now, did you say you charged into base with him, or?
I just charged at him. I didn't get into base with him.
Okay.
I think it's like a 30-foot range on it, 60-foot range. Damn. All right. And has he noticed me at this point? Like, is he kind of facing me after I burned him?
I would say he's facing you, Melody, and Eritrea. He's a very feral-looking creature. Wherever it seems like the damage comes from, he kind of turns towards it as to respond. So right now, you're the latest one to hit him. So he's kind of looking at you where you're kind of hovering in the air nearby.
I got you. All right. Is Karina within? What's my range I'm at? Oh shit.
Well, you're up in the air and
Yeah.
at an angle down. She's within 30 feet of you.
That wasn't going to work because the only restorative magic I have requires touch, which is not going to happen. So I can't do that anyway because it's not a cantrip. All right, but anyway, I guess I'll do another oh hey buddy, do another sacred flame on him.
Yeah.
Would that be
Another dex save?
Yeah.
That is a 13 + 5 is an 18.
Okay, I think it does.
Okay, so that does no damage on a save. That'll finish your turn. The creature is up with Melody on deck. The creature's going to bite at you, Melody. That is.
I tried,
going
y'all.
That's going to be a 16 to hit.
That'll miss.
It's going to take a bite at Eritrea. That'll be a 21 to hit.
That hits.
That is only 7 points of piercing damage.
All right.
And then it's third AP. Well, it's going to spend 2 AP to do a tail strike on you, Melody.
All right.
That's going to be a 22 to hit.
Let me try Quell the Defiler on him one more time.
All right,
So
that's
a
a wisdom.
wisdom save of 14.
Okay.
He should have hit, right?
That's a 19. Yeah, sorry, that's a 19. I have to roll again. That is a 4. So 4 plus or minus 2 is a 2. That will fail.
Oh, amazing.
Once again, he is charmed. Finishes his attacks, unable to do anything else. That'll finish his turn. Melody, you are up with Arrow Trio on deck.
All right. Let's see. I will make a swing at him.
If you could make him come towards you, I would get a shot at him too.
I mean, he's already like right up next to me because I'm close enough to take a longsword swing at him.
Ah,
But I am going to run away. Well,
Yes, the strategy.
he can't attack you, right? Because he's charmed. He's not going to attack you if you run away.
Yeah, right now he's at the.
If you
yeah, but
hit
he won't
him-
be
oh,
charged.
I should actually
won't-
run right now.
Yeah, because
Not gonna
the
attack
charm
me.
will end at the end of your turn.
Yeah. Okay, here's what I'll do. Let me
Trail's going to be stuck.
let me run back. Let me run back to where it is.
Like, you got this big guy, and like runs away.
You're running towards Karina.
Yeah, I'm gonna run towards Karina.
Okay.
I would love to run towards Karina, do a lay on hands on her for 10 points, and then just keep on running the rest of my 30 feet,
Thank you.
which I'm hoping will count as 2 action points.
Correct. That would be correct.
Okay.
And then I'll put you right here behind the tree.
Okay.
Karina, you regain consciousness with 10 hit points as you watch your friend go, get better soon. She stands up, she starts running and dives over the other side of the tree trunk.
Okay.
Wait, are Karina and Melody, Elphaba, and Glinda right now?
Whoa.
Glinda's like, here you go, and takes off, and Elphaba's like, oh.
So it is so apt.
I actually don't have 8. I don't have 10. Karina, I will give you I'll give you
Any amount is
I'll give
phenomenal. Thank
I've
you.
only got 8. I'll give you 8.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you so much.
Absolutely, Glinda, when you got to negotiate how much you're going to heal Elphaba.
Look, the
I
other
leave a little for
is
me.
to Karina
or do I-
as well. Okay, so I've run. I've done lay on hands on Karina, so she should be back up. I'm gonna do a javelin strike at this guy. Let me roll that. That's an 11 plus 5, 16. So I think that misses.
Yeah, the javelin ricochets off the hardened plate of its form.
Okay, and then I am going to. I guess the only thing I can really do is I'll do a Sacred Flame at him, which is a dex save of 14 for him.
Okay. That is a 4 plus 5 is a 9. Every
Alright.
dex save I've rolled has either been a 3 or a 4. Every
love it.
time.
I love it. All right, that's 5 points of radiant damage to him.
Nice. And the creature is now starting to look rough.
Ooh, incredible.
Like you see pieces of its plate armor kind of dangling from its form. A couple of its legs are kind of shattered and broken. Its antenna has been cracked, and there's like areas of necrotic damage on its form from where Karina had struck it, and the radiant damage from the others. It's looking rough.
I actually just realized I used a reaction just before my turn, so I can't have done the Sacred Flame.
Fair enough. All right, I'll finish your turn. Air Trio, you are up with the with Karina on deck.
All right, I'm just gonna go right up to him, touch him, inflict wounds at a 2nd level. So it'll be 3d10 con save.
I hope not. It's
Well,
3d10
no.
damage.
That's my damage. Yes, I was thinking I'm rolling 3d10, then you do a con save.
Con, that is a 12 plus 5 is a 17.
So I rolled 18
So
and
take half damage.
9 damage.
9 points of damage. You have 1 AP left.
1 AP left.
Yep.
Huh.
Only one instead of two?
He used
Yeah.
a reaction, right?
Wasn't that a spell?
It was a
Touch
spell.
spell?
So that'd
Oh,
be
and I
two.
moved. And I
And you
moved.
moved to the
forward
base with it.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense. Divine Spark, then that'll be my second one.
Okay. Oh, and that's intelligence or wisdom save?
It is actually, I think, it is a con save.
Con save. That is a 13 plus 5 is an 18.
That's saves. So you'll take half of 1d8 plus my spell mod. Ugh. You'll take half of 2, 1 point damage.
Nice. Death by 1,000 cuts.
Yes.
That'll finish Eritreo's turn. At the end of your turn, Eritreo, it's going to spend 4 legendary action points to take a tail strike at you. 4 plus 5 is 9. That's going to miss.
Yeah.
Karina, you're currently on the ground. Just regained consciousness. Your whole body is covered in these small needle, darts that stuck in you. And you kind of sit up and looking around. The creature is 30 feet away from you. You are no longer concentrating on your spell effect because you went unconscious. You have 4 AP. What would you like to do?
I am going to shape change into a Kawaka.
What the heck is a Kawaka?
How do I? The bird thing. The
Aarakocra.
bird.
Oh, Aarakocra.
Aarakocra.
Okay.
Listen.
A flamingo, right? A flamingo Aarakocra.
Oh,
No, that's my husband, sir.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. A flamingo Aarakocra.
And I would like to fly away. Had enough.
Where are you going? Just anywhere? I mean,
Uh,
technically, you could fly and get behind the ruins,
Mhm.
and then
So-
you have full cover.
I will fly
Sure.
behind the ruins then.
Okay.
How
That
many?
Ford, we're old men. Would you say she's like a bird? She was always going to do that?
I would say she's like a bird. She's gonna fly away.
Yes, yes.
You still have 2 AP left.
I'm going to cast on myself False Life.
Okay.
So I have an added 6 points of healing.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna. Am I within 60 feet?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 50. You're within exactly 60 feet.
Nice. I'm gonna try Mind Sliver again.
Okay. Intelligence save, right?
Yes, 14.
Good choice. As an 18 minus 2 is a 16.
Oh,
Again?
Yep, I rolled another 18. I'm so sorry. I can't make my deck saves, but a stupid feral creature rolls a natural 18 on Wisdom Intelligence every freaking time.
Okay, then.
I'll finish your turn. Top of the 4th round. Forn is up with Jalbatros. Professor on
I kind of like Jarbaltros. That's a good. I
right.
like
Jalbatros.
Jarbaltros.
Jalbatros.
Jarbaltros.
There, me and Callista watch or listen to a podcast called My Favorite Murder, and it refers to people as murderinos. But one of they're both comedians that do the show, so one of them always pronounces words wrong on purpose. Like she'll call it avocado, or she'll call it treasure. You know, she always uses like weird inflections on the words. I feel like that's what I was having marble mouth with Jalbatros. Jalbatros.
All right.
Yeah, you just listen to my
2 AP.
grandmother.
2 AP for the ranged attack with Togwanath.
Okay.
And that's misses. It's 18 plus 7 to 15. 15, I don't think hits, right?
8 plus 7 is 15.
Or 8 plus, I'm sorry, 8
yeah.
plus 7. Yeah, 8
Yeah,
plus 7.
no, unfortunately, the ricochet, the round.
I mean, if we were to say 18, I'm down. You know.
No, you said 18. The round ricochets off its plates.
All right. Then I'll swap. He's not within. He's within 60 feet of me now, right?
He is within 60 feet of you.
All right. I'll swap and pull out my pistol and fire again.
Yep, go for it.
And that one
Disadvantage?
also. Yeah. Well, with two. With I'll burn 2.
Oh yeah, with 2 AP, so it's a regular
AP.
roll.
So, yeah, regular roll. Yeah. Nope. 12.
12.
Yeah.
Once again, your second shot pinging off, ricocheting off the plates of the creature. Professor Jalbatros, you are up with the creature on deck.
All right. Excuse me. Let me find my sheet here. All right. I don't think I do. I don't think it's quite gonna work, unfortunately. Sorry, I was trying to figure something out real quick. All
No
right,
worries.
so first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to charge at him and try to just smash him in like one of it in the back of the head with my hammer again.
Okay, 1 AP to fly into base, and 1 AP to make your attacks. How many attacks do you get? 1 or 2?
Just one.
Oh, that's right. We're level 4. I
Yeah,
feel like I've been playing with you guys for. Are you level 5 or level 4?
level 4.
Level
Yeah.
4.
We've been playing like that last campaign took 2 years. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
why are you guys so weak? Do more. I'm like, oh wait, it's a new campaign.
You know, you can remedy that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Can always make us level 5.
No combat. Yep. Level 5 is going to be really fun for me, so you know. But yeah. All right. So first one. God, I got too many tabs because I'm trying to do too many things here. Oh, that's nice. That is 19 plus. I think what is my?
19 is its armor class, but if you can,
Oh, it's
Yeah.
plus 6. So it's 25.
yeah, 25 will give you an extra D4 of damage.
All right, and I'm two-handing this thing. So let me find a D10. All right, so that is a total of 9 damage. No, I'm sorry. That is a total of 7 damage. My fault.
Okay. It's looking rough. I mean, it's taken a lot of damage so far. It's still kind of in the fight, but you get the feeling it's just such a feral creature that it's in it to win it or in it to die. It's just like it's so feral that you kind of get the feeling that it's just not going to give up.
All right.
So 2 AP left.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and do another Sacred Flame on him. So just see if you
Nice.
can do another Dex 14.
That is going to be a 7 plus 5 is a 12.
Okay. So give me a minute to roll that because I'm still not used to like these sap and whatever abilities. So I wanted to see what that is. Sap.
At least
Oh,
that's
disadvantage on next attack roll before my next turn. So next attack roll, he has disadvantage.
correct.
Okay, sorry. Like I said, I'm real not used to that.
Oh, I know. It's all about open palm and quivering strike, where their bones
All right, so-
shatter when you tap them.
All right, that is a dirty 8 for damage on my.
38.
I rolled a 2, but I have plus 6 spell attack. So yeah,
38, baby.
yeah. So 1d8, and I have 1 attack action left, right?
You have 1 AP left.
Okay. So, not bad.
If he
All right,
swapped,
I'm gonna.
but if he swapped with the
I know.
cantrip, he can attack with straight attack, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
I
Because
was
the
gonna try
attack
to do-
cantrip and then attack again would be a straight,
Correct.
not a
Yep.
not a disadvantage.
Correct.
I need cantrips, man. I need cantrips bad.
I know, same. I have 2,
Cantrips-
and neither one of them.
Cantrips are a lot of fun now because you actually get to be a caster. Like if you want to be a mixed caster, it's easier to do now.
Yeah. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit him with another straight attack with my
Okay,
hammer.
go for it.
Let's find. While you guys keep looking here. Damn it. Oh, yeah. All right. So that is a 25 to hit.
That'll hit with an extra D4 of damage.
All right. Oh,
Your
I have
little
not been rolling that
archaeological
D4.
hammer is like working like charm, man. That's pretty epic.
Oh, did I get any extra damage on that first one? Because I did not roll on that one.
Yeah,
I
you're
just
supposed to roll a
rolled
D4 on that one as well.
Okay, so I actually got a 4 on that. So there you go. On the so can you do it? Well, because I did not roll that last time, but given that, I'll roll this damage.
Okay.
Oh, is it? Got too many damn dice. This is your fault. You made me this dice goblin. Ooh, that is 12 damage there. Plus,
Nice.
let me see what I get. Plus 4. So that is a total of 16 damage.
Yeah, it is looking very rough. It is struggling to stay in the fight. That'll finish Professor's turn. The creature is up. Did not get its breath weapon back. It is going to take a bite attack at Jalbatros.
Mhm.
That's going to be a 24 to hit.
Okay, that will hit.
That is going to be 11 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Then going to take a bite attack at Eritrea. That is going to be a 23 to hit. That hit Eritrea? I'm
Yes,
not
yes,
sure.
that hits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That is going. Ooh, that was almost max damage. 10 plus 5. That's 15 points of piercing damage.
All right, I'm pretty rough streets, but I'm still up.
It's going to take a third. It's going to do a third attack on Jalbatros.
Mhm.
That is 10 plus 5 is 15.
Nope.
It will then use its fourth and final AP to make an attack on Eritrea. That's going to be a 19 to hit.
It hits.
Max damage previously and minimum damage this time. 1 plus 1 plus 5. 7 points of piercing damage.
I'm down.
All right. Eritrea is now unconscious in front of the creature.
What do I get for standing right in front of him? I mean, it's.
I mean, it's
I
just,
knew this was
I
coming.
can do this.
I heard he was badly damaged. I'm like, I'm not running from this guy. I gotta
You're like you're like the lawyer in Jurassic Park, right? You just waved the thing and ran to the bathroom, and the T-Rex came out and.
Yep.
All right, that'll finish the creature's turn. Melody, you are up with Eritrea on deck. You just watched as this creature did 2 bite attacks on Jalbatros and then 2 bite attacks down on Eritrea. You watch as Eritrea gets bit really bad and falls unconscious onto the ground.
Am I within 60 feet of the creature right now?
You are. You're within 55 feet.
Okay. I will let me shoot a sacred flame at him first. That's a dex save 14.
Okay. That is a 3 plus 5 is another 8. That is gonna fail.
Yeah, incredible. All right.
I know how you feel now, Karina. I know how you feel.
All right. That's 4 points of radiant damage to him.
Nice.
And then I will. So with my javelin, I see it says 30 feet, and then it says 30/120. Does that
Yeah,
mean?
so minimum effectiveness is 30 feet.
Ah,
Maximum effectiveness is 120.
Okay.
If you throw under 30 feet, it's at disadvantage. If you throw over 120 feet, it's at disadvantage.
Gotcha. Okay.
Ah.
So I'm in the happy range, so I'll throw a javelin at him.
Go for it.
That's a 10, so that's not going to hit.
Bounces off his armored plating.
Okay. Let me throw another sacred flame at him. It's a dex save of 14.
That's going to be a 2 plus 5 is a 7. That's going to
Love it. Absolutely love it. So that's another 2 points of damage.
I'm going to do what I always laugh at my other players doing. I threw that bad boy away. I'm switching to my other dice.
And then I'll try one more javelin attack against him.
Okay. What was the damage for Sacred Flame?
2.
2. Okay.
And then I just got a 20 to hit on my javelin attack.
Nice. That will hit as it finds a weak point and
All right.
sticks into its body.
So I'll stick a Divine Smite in that one. So it's going to be... Yeah. So it's going to be D6 plus 3. Initially, that's a 5 plus 3 is 8. And then 2d8. 4 and a 3 is a 7. So 15 points of damage.
You guys watch as Olympic style Melody just, like kind of bounces and stutters forward with her foot up in the air. You watch as the javelin arcs over, nails the creature right between the eyes. The javelin kind of throttles a bit. The creature kind of like lulls there for a moment and then collapses dead onto the ground. Eritrea, give me a death save if you would, please.
No.
No, I don't want to.
No, thank you. No, thank you, sir.
5, that is 1 failure.
I'll go running over if Jabatros is not already healing him. And cast Healing Word.
Okay.
All right. It's 2d4 plus 4. That's a 4 plus 4. Plus 4 is 12. You've got to stop doing this, Eritrea.
Yeah, and then you watch as Melody kind of like walks over to the carcass of the creature and retrieves her javelin. Just puts her foot up on it, and there's like a spray of viscera, and she like does her hair while the viscera just kind of comes down across her, and then she looks at you and just kind of, you gotta stop doing this, Eritrea, and then she just like wipes everything off.
I feel like it's a Harlequin from where Harlequin takes javelin guy's javelin.
Yeah.
Oh.
So with that in mind,
What the hell was that?
That's got to be a Stargrazer.
I just imagine Karina coming tiptoeing out from behind the ruined wall. Is it dead?
How sure are you that it's dead? Because I'm not coming out otherwise.
Kind of push it with my shoe, like just a delicate.
Marina, I saw you were kind of accessing a portal over there. Was I seeing things?
You were correct. Oh, she kind of puts a little side note that he could see her do that, just like for future reference. The tree is an ancient portal. It's been inactive for a long time, but I got a sense that it used to be connected to someplace physical in the astral sea. It also has a key that should be a part of a star. I don't know if the Stargrazers, if there's a connection beyond the name. But this location is very strange. Also, is the girl okay? Is she alive?
You guys had just started cutting her out of the wrapping when the creature attacked. So just like her shoulders and head are out, she looks terrified and kind of like just unsure as to what is going on. She appears to be in shock.
I can picture and apply Cure Wound. Assuming
I can go up
she's
and-
in rough shape, so. Well, hey there, ma'am. I have to say you're the first bounty I may have perhaps successfully retrieved. But let me get you cleaned up here a little bit. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on her.
It's not
For
really the time for this
7.
bounty.
Can I say I
Hey,
don't love that
bounties
these are...
now. Listen. Now, bounties are not always. Look, finding people is also a bounty. I'm not turning her in to some authority. I'm
Melody-
turning her back into the people that was looking for her.
Melody is
The
definitely
family.
caught off guard to hear that she is his first successful bounty.
All right,
Alive.
you all
I-
get D6
alive, okay?
inspiration for that.
Alive.
I don't know that that makes this better.
The first
Scott.
live quarry, okay?
Yeah, everybody got a D6 inspiration for that. That was pretty cool.
Normally,
I just imagine
in
like
bits.
everybody's just covered in the aftermath of battle, Form's
Not
over there
Form.
speaking to the woman, and something about his first successful bounty. Everyone just stops what they're doing and look over at him like sands at the same time. Like,
Hey, I said I was a bounty hunter. I didn't say I was a good bounty hunter.
sorry, I'm she sits up, you kind of help cut the rest of the webbing and kind of weird, hard kind of strands that were wrapped around her, and you guys kind of help her over to sit over on a log near the old tree. This 60-foot long creature just splayed out on the ground. It's kind of oozing a green and yellow blood from its forehead from where the javelin had gone into it. Are the others around? My bodyguard, my companion. Have you been able to find them?
We
Can I look for
Review
other
around
hung
here.
bodies?
Give me investigation checks as you start looking around to see if there's anyone else around.
I think my investigation is-
And
Yeah, that's-
Rito,
14.
Okay.
can I investigate the body of water that the creature came out of?
Absolutely. Give me an investigation check. What'd you get, Eritrea? 7? Okay.
16 on Javatros.
Okay.
22.
Okay. Melody, anything you're doing at the moment?
I think I'm coming over and sort of trying to talk to Princella and calm her down.
Okay.
Where were they? What happened? Where's your boyfriend?
Well, my consort, we're not allowed to have relationships. But my consort and my bodyguards were with us when our skiff was attacked by that creature that you and your friends just killed. I remember being poisoned by something in its tail. I remember being dragged. I thought I saw my friends unconscious in the fields as well, but I blacked out. I don't even know what day it is.
Were you in the fields here? Do you recognize this place, or were you at some other site?
We were on our way here to the High Tree Ruins. We had parked the skiff over in the opposite fields from here and then walked our way over down the trail. As we approached the picnic spot, the creature just lunged at us, attacked us. Never really seen or even heard of such a creature here. It doesn't make any sense.
There's a portal here. My friend the professor says this is a celestial creature. Maybe something slipped through the portal.
I'm not sure what a celestial creature is. I'm sorry. What is that?
So,
Creature from another plane.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
fascinating. What's a plane?
You know, this is more
if I
complicated.
may interject,
I mean, you're basically looking at like an 18-year-old daughter of a Chandei Quorum rich guy who's like, I know silk, I know gold,
Mhm.
I like good coffee, a good sandwich, or a really nice lobster bisque. I don't know what these other things are. I'm sorry.
if I may interject, how did you get the idea to come down here? I mean,
We
you know,
always
this-
come down here. Me and my consort, we've always come down here.
can I roll insight on that?
Sure.
Oh man, it's almost an 18. Instead, it was a 2. So
Oh.
that's a 6.
You don't get the feeling she's lying. You get the feeling that she is just kind of just being, she's clearly in shock. You get the feeling that kind of it's what rich people do, right? They have time off, they go on picnics, they entertain friends, and they gossip about families. She doesn't
Now-
feel like
now-
anything out of the ordinary.
Now, Priscilla, there were so many other skiffs over there that were very old and rotten and worn out. Are you sure you didn't get the bug in your ear? Pardon me, pardon the phrase in there. You sure you didn't get the idea to come down here from somebody else?
Not that I can recall. I mean, me and Orion have been coming down here off and on for the last 6 months. We, as long as we are escorted by bodyguards, we're trusted by our families.
Never had any occurrence like this before. Nothing strange happened any other time you came down here.
Well, I mean, it's the wilds. Sometimes you see a strange creature, or you see. That's kind of the reason why you come down here. It's usually safe picnic spots here at the ruins. No one's ever been attacked or threatened by anything down here before. Professor Jabaltros, while Foreign is chatting with Princella, Eritreo's looking around. You can see where Karina is like looking in the water the 1 acre pond water that had leaped from. Behind the hollowed out tree, you can see about a dozen. Well, as you get closer to them, you know how owls regurgitate their prey?
Owl pellets?
Yeah.
Cool.
You
Yeah.
see like a dozen human pellets, like this creature would consume and dissolve them and then spit up the bones, but they're all curled up in that gelatinous mass that hardens. And you see about 12 of those kind of just very disparately placed and discarded around the backside of the tree. You get the feeling that is probably the remains of some of the other skiff people that were down here off their skiffs, and probably her consort and bodyguards are probably mingled in there as well.
So, I'd like to just kind of go up to them with. I have a couple of like little daggers and just start trying to like cut them open to see if there's anything usable or identifiable in there, and
Okay.
I'm pulling up my sweater vest over my Narcons, which are at the very top of my beak. So
Yeah.
it is an insanely so it's this, except it's sticking out 3 feet in front of me.
It'll take you some time to do, but you'll spend the next like 20-30 minutes going through all the remains and see if you can find anything. Give me an investigation check while you do that.
I think it's a 17, but let me check. What is it? Yeah, investigation plus 2. 17. 1 second.
Okay. Karina, as you're at the edge of the pond, behind you is Eritrea, Foreign, and Melody over by the woman that was just rescued. You can see Professor Jabaltros disappear behind the tree like he's looking into something. But as you look down into the pond, you can see about a dozen strange kind of blue and green gelatinous nodules. Like they almost look like giant salmon eggs down in the water. You can see that they're attached to a very large and bright rock that's kind of half covered with muck and pond scum and algae that's like growing on it. The pond looks to be about maybe 10 feet deep, maybe 15 feet deep.
Can I start by casting poison spray at the pond?
You
Just to
can.
kill.
It'll hit the surface of the water and then dissipate.
Oh. Would Eldritch Blast potentially kill those eggs?
It's possible. Yeah, you jam your hands into the water and you start casting repeated Eldritch Blast like down at the non-moving gelatinous eggs, and one by one they just immediately explode from the force damage of your Eldritch Blast. That also kind of dissipates some of the overgrowth and algae, and now a 6 foot long, 2 foot wide, like a white glossy stone, almost like a pyrite stone, with a kind of shiny kind of effervescence to it, is kind of like piercing through the mud and the muck of the water. You watch as some of the fragments of the eggs like float to the surface. You could see these 2 foot long centipede like creatures that were in the eggs kind of, dissolve with their destruction.
Can I touch the stone and do?
It's 15 feet at the bottom of the pond.
Can I turn into something that can swim better than me?
Yeah, if you want to. I mean, currently you're an Aarakocran.
Wet feathers.
To what?
I said wet feathers.
Penguin, be a penguin,
Or-
be a penguin.
You're right.
No, you're definitely turning into a kuata, the fish people.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
they
turn
look
into
like fish.
that sounds like the better choice. I'm gonna signal to some to the others to come over, explain everything, tell them I'm gonna turn into a fish person so they don't kill me. Try to be an attractive fish person if I can.
That is a
I
sexy
like the
fish
look
person
on
over there.
Melody's face.
No, I mean Melody would be totally on board. Alexa's like, what are we planning here?
She's gonna seduce the stone. She's gonna fly down and seduce.
You
guys
guys
roll-
watch as, like, Karina in her Aarakocran form looks over and, lets you know that she's going to attempt to see what's in the water. And at the same time, she shapeshifts into a Kuatoa, and it's basically just this fish amalgamation, and she dives into the pond. She watch as there's a flurry of water that roosters upward, and she starts diving down into the pond. The landscape around you a little blurry, Karina, as you dive down towards it, and as you get closer to it, you can now feel a kind of warmth emanating from the stone. The water is warmer down here. You can also see what you couldn't see before, which is the entire floor of the pond. There are at least 100 of those eggs, all kind of semi like buried in the muck and pond scum of the bottom of the covering of the pond. And you can see their little tiny forms kind of twitching and moving as you are now like standing right next to the stone.
You're the Barracuda, and that's Nemo's house.
I hate this.
Yeah, evil Nemo.
Yes, I
No,
am still
that's
evil.
Nemo's house. The Barracuda killed all of Nemo's siblings.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so out of date on my Pixar lore.
Oh, remember the beginning
Lore.
of Finding Nemo? Come on, man. The Barracuda's like, ooh.
Pixar multiverse.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna
Okay, I'll
physically
culture
argue.
myself.
It's okay there, Karina. I
Damn.
mean this genuinely. Me, Eric, the 38-year-old human male. I have never seen all of Finding Nemo. Ever.
What?
Hey,
no,
those aren't
Eric.
core memories down there. They look like them.
Well,
Those
the
are
reason
Nemo's siblings.
why Eric's ever finished watching it, he gets 10 minutes into it, and then he forgets what he's watching, and he wanders off.
Oh, like Dory. See, I'm not-
He's channeling his inner Dory.
it's
Don't
okay.
be
Eric.
grumbling.
I've never seen that whole movie either. I think we're in that specific age range where we get too cool for it.
Okay, well, when you guys are done dogpiling on Eric and I, let's proceed.
Wait, cool for crying in a theater watching a movie made for 10-year-olds? Is that what we're saying?
I'm gonna touch it, and it's gonna take me about 11 minutes, but I would like to do identify.
Yeah, you can breathe underwater, so you're fine. So it'll take you 11 minutes to do that. Air Trio, Melody, and Forn. Since Melody and Forn were mostly speaking with Princella, Air Trio, what are you doing? You don't find any sign of any other survivors in the immediate area? Anything else you want to do with your time?
I want to see if there's anything, obviously this is some sort of mythical creature, up another plane. I want to see if there's anything we could take off this body or I can sense from this body that might
Yeah.
be attached to this portal. I don't know if I should like an Arcana check on it. On the
I feel like a nature check for starters.
nature. Okay.
Yep.
It's not what I like to hear, but I'll roll with it. 13.
What'd you get?
13.
13. That's good enough for you to realize a couple things about it. You could see a bit of the hardened source of its breath weapon is kind of draining out of its dead mouth. if you could figure out how to harvest that organ that does that, that would be a very interesting material to like do research on. The thing that catches your attention the most is the plates of armor protection on its body. They average about 3 foot in 3x3 dimensions, and they're attached with very thin tethers of skin and membrane. You kind of like pull out a dagger and you just quickly release all the membrane, and you're now holding something that feels as tough and hard as a chainmail protection, but it feels very light. I mean, you get the feeling that given enough time and harvest enough of the material, you might be able to take this to a smithy or someone that could possibly turn this into armor.
Yeah, I would like to take some of that. And I want to see if Melody can assist me with like getting this breath weapon out too, potentially.
Okay. She sees you kind of taking off the plates, and Melody, you come over, and while Foreign is still speaking with Princella, give me either a nature or a medicine check as you examine the creature to see if there's a point that you can vivisect it and try to figure out where its breath weapon might be.
All right. Well, that's a 2 plus 2 is a 4 for medicine.
Nothing like the best guess taken. You point to the throat area of the creature, and you have Eritrea start peeling away at some of the plates. And by the time he's done doing that, Eritrea has collected about 20 of these 3x3 chitin armor plates, which clears off a nice long section of its neck. Give me a sleight of hand check as you plunge a blade and start cutting open the throat.
Okay.
Can I like see what they're doing and just be like, wait, that one, like just to try to give them the help action?
Sure, you have advantage
'Cause
on this
I do have sleight of hand, yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. All right, it's a 10 and an 11, but let me use my inspiration. Oop, it bounced out of the box. That's a 2, so that's a 13.
13. As dagger goes in, you begin to draw it along the throat, and it's a little bit resistant, but it kind of continues to cut, and the flesh kind of opens up as you do. You're kind of forced to have to put your hands in there to kind of push apart some of the muscles and tendons and some of the strange, like, connective tissue inside. And before long, you watch as this kind of large, round organ kind of slides out, and it has that consistency of what its breath weapon looked like before it hardened. You kind of tie off the connective tissue with a hard piece of rope, and you slice off the bit of tendon. You've got a bowling ball size of its organ that it uses to churn out that special kind of webbing or the goop that it attached onto Eritrea to keep them kind of grappled and restrained.
I'm holding it by a tendon. I'm like, so did you want to carry this bag? Or...
Anything, my lady.
Wait. Hold on. No, Princella, you had a skiff that you brought down here, but would you mind leading us back to where your skiff was? We got lots of things we'd like to carry away here, and frankly, it's nightfall. There's no way for us to get back without using your skiff.
Well, I don't know how to drive it, but I'm sure we can go look for it if you want.
Certainly.
Foreign or Treo, do you want to look her over real quickly before we head back up?
Please don't forget me in the water.
Like puts his hand on her face and like peels up, look at her gums, like he's literally like examining her.
Yeah,
like,
she got healthy teeth. She got them fine hips and forearms.
like spreading your eyes
strong,
out, like
broad shoulders. Yeah, she'll do.
behind her ears.
I'm asking because I remember Professor Jalbatross told us that they will implant larvae in people, and I'm wondering if we need to be concerned about that.
Yeah, would that be like would that be another nature check or a medicine check?
That would be an investigation check.
Investigation.
Were you stabbed at all? Princella, were you stabbed at all? You said you felt a poison, but was it like a
don't really. I'm sorry, I don't really remember much.
All right.
I don't mean to be intrusive, but we want to be safe. We want you to be safe. Do you mind if I just investigate your body?
I mean, you're
Someone
pretty
who has a -1 investigation and no charge.
well, you're a very pretty snack. I don't mind saying that, but I don't. Sure, you guys saved me. It's the least I can do is make sure that you can make sure that I'm okay. Of course. 14. As you begin to kind of like you stand her up and you kind of move around, and there's a point where you check the back of her scalp by lifting up her hair, and your hand comes back a gooey mess.
Oh,
Ugh.
like the back, like, and it's not blood, right?
No, it's like a strange kind of mucus.
Oh no!
Just kind of off his fingers. But she sees you do that. She just has that same dopey smile on her face.
Oh
Well,
no!
Foreign, we can't hear you for some reason.
Yeah,
unless it's-
your headset's muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Switch on the headset. Sorry.
Yep.
I was going to try and speak with animals to try and talk to whatever might be implanted in her head.
You try to connect with it. It doesn't feel like it's an animal.
Well, I can't. Whatever's in there is not. It's nothing. We can perform surgery, but it's not talking back.
Hey, Prince.
I've got a dagger.
Prince.
Can I actually hold person?
What's the save for that?
Save is
Wisdom, right?
Wisdom.
That is a 13 minus 2 is a 10. So yeah,
I take the 13
or 11.
So
I can. I have.
So I can't have her all paralyzed then.
Yep, she's frozen.
I have
But
a
she
plus
still has
5
just
to
that
sleight of
dopey,
hand.
like you freeze her, like she's held. She still has that kind of dopey look on her face.
Okay, Eritrea, come here and kind of just give me. I just need your eyes because I'm not good with body parts, but I am good with the blade. So I may not know what I'm trying to dig out, but I see there's a hole.
Don't-
It's gooey. I'll go
Don't
for
stick
it.
your knife in the back of her head.
No. I am actually really talented at. I'm really talented at carving things.
We can take this
and
blade.
things like that.
Is this another situation where
Sure.
is this another situation where it's you're kind of like a bounty hunter and you've never actually done this before?
No, yes and no.
It's not really making me feel
You know
very
how
confident.
I'm really good at dropping these little tokens on everybody. Well, I can do a similar thing, but it's just I'm really nice with the blade. Finesse is what I have.
Baby.
It's
Finesse.
Well,
I
this
really
woman is
should
completely
see it.
paralyzed.
If
I
I
really
hit something bad, I can heal it. Okay, I'm not trying to kill the woman. Come on, I'm trying to collect on a live bounty for once. Do you know the difference in cost in recovery of a live bounty versus a dead bounty? I mean, I'm really trying hard to bring back a live body this time.
We will never be invited to another party if you kill this girl.
You
So at
assume
this
that they're going
point-
to know that we killed this girl.
So at this point, with Eritrea and Forn, the two of you begin to lift the hair that's kind of, down the long side of the back of her head. There is a globule of flesh about the size of a softball that has kind of dug itself into the skin and skull of the woman. You can see 3 tendrils of a tail kind of up and inside of the skull. And you can see that the back of the flesh has gone necrotic. You're not so sure she's alive.
Oh no.
Well,
You get the feeling that you're interacting with whatever has kind of grown into the brain area of her body.
well, damn it! I still haven't got a live bounty, and I'm like, stick the knife and try to get the thing out.
Yeah, you You jam a knife like up
pen.
into the creature, and it like explodes backward as all this like liquid yellow and green kind of viscera pours out onto the ground. Her eyes kind of roll up into her head, and she just falls over at the end of the paralyzed effect as she doesn't appear to be breathing.
I promise I didn't kill her. I killed this. I like pulled the tendril thing out. She was long gone. Look,
So you would have-
I exposed the flesh so you could see like the necrotic flesh there.
So, Professor Jalbatros, for the last hour, you've been painfully looking through all of these physical remains. It would appear that the creature does not have the ability to dissolve metal or bone. Everything else was kind of corroded and dissolved, and then what it couldn't dissolve, it spat back up in one of these large skeletal pellets. So collectively, you find 172 gold pieces. You then find 42 platinum pieces. You find 6 pieces of really fine jewelry. And while they're not magical weapons, you find 4 long swords that are just finely made. They don't necessarily appear to be magical. 4 finely made daggers. And probably the most important thing you find is you find 3 Chandei Quorum and emblems. There are station emblems. These are people that work for the Chandei Quorum Council.
All right.
Karina, the end of your ritual casting with your hands on the stone. You're pulled into the stone, pulled deeply into the stone. You are standing on an Overwatch cliff, watching an entire planet unfold in front of you. Valleys, mountains, a massive landscape of this huge place. While the colors and the clarity of everything that you're seeing seems brighter than you'd normally expect it to, you then watch as thousands of the thing that you guys just fought are just consuming the world, bringing it into nothingness. You then watch as standing directly in front of you is a bald, humanoid-looking figure with neck and facial tattoos. And there's this bulbous thing hanging off the back of its head with tendrils dug into its collarbone. And it just kind of stares at you. Its eyes never blink. You swear her chest never heaves. And the creature, the thing standing in front of you, don't worry, we'll help you next. And then you take your hand off the rock, and you're back underneath the pond, kind of just treading water, your gills kind of filling with a bit of frantic energy. The stone reveals itself as a fragment of the Kahar, an ancient star that once existed many millennia ago deep in the astral sea.
Oh, man. However fast I can get out of there, like, faster.
You guys see a spluttering Karina breach the water and is on the edge of the pond, pulling herself out as she...
Oh.
Who did we lose? Uh-oh.
I bet they lost their Wi-Fi.
Yeah, they're both... well, one I think is on a Cat 5. Let me get rid of the banner so we can... Oh man, that all happened like right at the same time.
maybe they just lost like their router just died.
Nah, Melody probably had enough of Ryan and kicked his ass out. I'm sure.
Sorry, guys. I don't know what happened. That was
That was
weird. I think our
weird.
internet went out for a second.
Yeah. Blip, blip. I'm sure it was Ryan's camera.
I'm back.
From whatever
Like,
whatever happens
just-
from this point forward,
It's
it's
just my
just
camera.
Ryan's
It's just
Lenovo.
my camera.
Ryan, it's your Lenovo.
You roll bad. You roll bad. It's your Lenovo.
Yeah.
That darn Lenovo again.
Yeah, you watch as the pond is breached by Karina's changeling or her Kutoth form, and she's on the edge of the pond. Even in her form, this form she took on, you could see the kind of like emotional look on her face, like she just experienced something probably on the scale of frightening.
You all right?
This is bad. This is really fucking bad.
What?
And I turn back to Karina, so it's less funny to see a fish person. Yeah, to match the tone.
But
Are you
what was bad?
Sauron, legless, or who are you?
Just for this to be a serious moment, I will be in my Karina form.
Oh, okay.
Like Karina the Changeling or Karina the Halfling?
The halfling.
Aw.
For her, that's her true form. She's in denial. Um, there is something deeply, deeply wrong in this portal. And I describe to them what I've just seen.
As far as you know, it's an inactive portal. As she describes everything that she just experienced, and Professor Jalbatros will have come back by now with all of his findings and explain what he just went through. So let's make
like this. Like I'll hold up the tendril thing that I pulled out of his head. Like
yeah, it looks exactly
Like
what
this.
Thorn's holding. Yeah.
And for the benefit of people whose internet isn't working very well, after we saw the guy with tentacles sticking out of the back of his head, did anything else happen?
Yeah, he leaned in towards Karina as she was
We'll
having
help
the
you
vision through Identify.
Good.
Don't worry, we'll come help you next.
Oh!
And that caused her to kind of like take her hand off the stone and come back up to the surface of the pond.
Those stargazer things seem to be some kind of unified force that's eating the universe. It's eating the universe.
wait, now you said a star piece was something to open the portal, and you said the thing that you just touched was a piece of a star.
I think this is probably how we open the portal, but I have a bad feeling that if those things are on the other side of it, we want to bury that thing as deep as we can.
Sorry,
No,
wait,
burying it just means it'll be discovered later. We gotta destroy it.
I'm usually against destroying clues, but I think with this one, it's absolutely fine. Also, there's so many more of those disgusting things down there. I destroyed a couple of them, but I think we really need to just poison the hell out of this piece of water. Just really decimate it.
Well, if it's related to that stargazer and the larva we saw back on the skiffs, they were larva of the stargazer, and they were feeding off of arcane energy, right? So, I mean, could you tell, was the star piece like radiating some kind of arcane energy?
Can I just do maybe an Arcana check to see if I could have garnered anything?
Yeah, feel free.
Oof. Okay, not bad. That's a 10.
It definitely exhibited signs of arcane influence. You get the feeling that it was probably used as a port key. It was used as somebody's knowledge that used that portal that you found that's currently inactive in the tree. It's quite possible that the creature itself that you just killed feels like it was delivered here, and then the portal collapsed after it was delivered.
So perhaps we can pull that big shiny rock out of the water, and maybe that'll give enough distance to the eggs that they can't gesticulate's not the right word, but I'm at a loss. Gestate. There we go.
Yes.
Gestate.
How large?
Sorry, between gesticulate and gestate.
How large was that piece of star?
It was like 6 feet long by 2 feet wide, like a fractured piece of rock.
Do we know?
Could you fly back down and wrap a rope around it? We could pull the rope out. I mean, pull the piece out. We got some hunky people around here.
Professor Albatross, you're I believe, albatross, Koaka. Does that come with any kind of helpful swimming features?
Comes with Smith and Wesson.
I'm afraid we're kind of ranging Aarakocra. I can scout for quite a distance, but our ability to dive, we're more akin to dabblers. We don't really go very far under the surface of the water. We just kind of skim things off the top.
That's Albatross's way of saying he's not much for preening water off his feathers.
I hate this. Okay, if I die, I want you all to feel really bad.
Look, you've got the rope with you. If something happens, we'll pull you out. It's not,
Let
I'm not
me
trying.
rephrase
I
this.
just need you to swim around and wrap it up so we can pull it out.
If one of those things infiltrates my brain and turns me into whatever that was, I don't want you to kill me. I want you to allow yourself to be killed by my now animated body. Okay, that's my vengeance.
Like, she's just complaining the whole time. She shifts back into the fish creature, dives into the water with the rope, ties it off, and as she comes out of the pond, she's still complaining. She shifts back into Karina, and she's like, "If I die," she hands the rope off to Albatross.
Yes.
All right, Buckles, we got this. Come on now.
So whoever's helping pull is giving advantage to Albatross. Are you making the strength check at this point?
Absolutely. I'll try to make a strength check.
I'll help pull.
Okay. So Melody, give me a strength check. Both of you can do it with advantage because we'll say everybody else is helping both of you.
All right. I got a 18.
Okay.
I got a nat 20.
Nice. Between the two of you kind of anchoring the rope and the others helping, before long, a very heavy 6 foot long, 2.5 foot wide sliver of almost pyrite like rock, a very kind of bright, shiny, like a silver iridescent rock, is pulled out of the water. As soon as it's pulled out of the water, you watch as hundreds of those globules begin to float to the surface and they begin to rot. Like the skin peels away, they begin to burst. And you watch as the viscera of the pond is just completely polluted with the exploding and rotting globule eggs on the surface.
Well, that's quite disgusting, but I'm glad it worked.
We need to, I think, report this to someone who's not the guards up at the top because they have to have known about this and haven't said anything.
Well, let me go see if I can't snag us a better looking skiff.
Something I just want to make sure I'm not making it up because I can't find it in my notes, but I vaguely remember that there was some contention about the number of guards that went down with the two. It started with one and then somebody else, I think maybe the kind of obnoxious noble guard, mentioned that there were two of them. If there is a difference in the number of guards, it's possible that one of the guards was in on it and followed them, but I'm also not sure if I'm remembering it right.
Now, wait a minute. Didn't you say one of the guards had a big, like a thing on his, or like a bug bite or something?
I think the
fancy noble guy was bitching about the bug bites and stuff.
The noble, the noble's kid who was forced to do 2 years service wasn't happy about being down here, and he was complaining about a very kind of large kind of bite on the back of his shoulder and neck that was bothering him.
No. I think one of them also mentioned that when Orion took her down to this site, that he was very gaunt and pale, which makes me wonder if he had already been infected by that time.
I believe you recognized a couple of skiffs as well.
Well, they'll probably be here soon, and they'll probably, if they haven't already seen us, and they'll probably notice the change in the terrain.
Jabatros, do you share those emblems with everyone that you found?
Absolutely. I just kind of fill everyone in. It's like, all right, everyone, I didn't find any identifying information on some of the unfortunate victims, but well, at least not whatnot. We're rather cash. We received a bit of an infusion of cash, and I kind of distributed it, which I did the math. It's like 118 gold apiece.
Yay!
Yeah, and I've got some jewelry, some well-made weapons, and 3 Chandei Quorum. What was you called those? I'm sorry, emblems. 3 Chandei Quorum stations.
Karina, you don't even have to make a check. You recognize them. One of the emblems belongs to a counselor of stratagem. Usually meets with the wardens to discuss ways of defending the city. He goes by the name of Dinar Vexwell. Another emblem is a Lorian Ashton, a consultant of the Chandei Quorum, owns a large estate outside of the outskirts of the edge of the Hellcatch Valley. And then finally, Tristan Calderith, a kind of, they're referred to as fixers, people who do jobs for the Chandei Quorum that get in trouble. His job is to go and fix those situations when people get in trouble. These aren't necessarily council members, but these are all members that directly work for the council. They would each usually travel with bodyguards. It may have been some of their skiffs that you saw back in that open field. But it would seem that targeted Chandei Quorum people have been coming down here and suffering at the catastrophe of this creature. This feels nefarious. It feels dangerous.
Okay, we should probably act fast and see if we can get out of here before something ambushes us. And we should probably take this thing with us. Do we have a way of doing it? We have 3 people with wings. Is that enough to carry this?
Well, keep an eye. Give me a minute. Let me go find us a skiff. I'll sneak back towards the skiffs, like where they were, looking for one that's not rotten, one that's in better shape.
Okay. So as Foreign is doing that, what are the rest of you doing?
Can I kind of try to fly around with Thorn, just try to get more of a perspective on what's around that he might miss from the ground level? Like, we're looking for the same thing, but I'm just kind of 20 feet above him.
Yeah. So Foreign and Jabatros give me investigation checks or perception, your choice. Karina is kind of preparing the rock with some binded rope and getting it ready to either carry it off or have it ready for Foreign if he finds a skiff. Eritrea and Melody, what are you two doing?
That is a 15 for Jabatros.
I'm trying to get Princella's body ready for travel.
Okay, start preparing it and wrapping it up as well.
There's a 14 for me.
Okay. Eritrea, anything you're working on while this is happening?
I'm kind of wandering around the area I saw Karina in with the portal, just,
Yeah.
seeing if I can sense anything else over there. If there's anything, if it feels like creatures have been delivered from here, if there's any signs of activity or this thing's ramping back up or anything like that.
Yeah, give me a perception check as you start glancing around the interior of the tree.
7.
Okay. You roll a lot of 7s for perception investigation, my friend.
Yeah. I swear, I really like these new dice I got, but they do not roll well. They really, they really.
So toxic. I hear you.
So it actually is going to be the wedding gift then, right? We're all just
We're all
getting so
We're just
many.
I'm gonna bring a barrel of dice.
Bring us
That's what I'm
dice
gonna do.
that
Bring a
like
barrel.
you have been blessed under the moon or something. Like,
Yeah.
We'll get you the cheap dice, so like where the
Yeah.
die is the actual all faces the die or the max face of the die, right? So
Yeah.
the D20 is all 20s, the D10 is
The
all
first thing you
10s.
do, you go out and dig a hole and bury it with a potato under a full moon.
Mhm.
Foreign in Jabaltros, you spend about 10 minutes looking around. Collectively, because Jabaltros is flying and Foreign you're looking for it specifically, while the other 4 other skiffs that you saw look in very bad shape, and the larval creatures are already dead from the brimstone engines that you had discovered previously by killing them. You do find Princella's skiff. It's in much better shape. No larval creature's been attached to it. In fact, it looks like it's ready to go. The engine is still functional. The arcane energy of the brimstone engine is full. It's big enough to hold about 6 people. It has a small 200-pound cargo capacity. This is very much a pleasure craft, something that you would use to get around short distances. And it appears as if it landed here intact. Like there was nothing really nefarious done to it.
All right, I'll try to climb on it and try to figure it out real quick, how to operate it. The last one took off when we killed the things. So
Yeah. Give me an Arcana check, if you would, please, as you examine the controls.
All right.
If only Trauma was here, he had figured out how to fly it.
No, yeah.
Eh.
That's 4.
Yeah, you look at the controls and you like, God, I wish Trauma was here.
Professor, hey.
What? Yes, Ford. Right. So,
Look, not really in my wheelhouse at the moment. It's magical beyond my knowledge.
So the professor just flies up to join him on the deck.
Yeah, you land alongside the pilot stanchion where the controls are.
I'm just gonna go out on a limb, being that you're a professor, that you are more intelligent than I am.
Oh, there's different kinds of intelligence, my boy. I did quite well. I mean, I assume you don't know how impossibly difficult it is to find a job in academia, but don't count yourself short, my lad.
Wait, did you get tenure or not? Did you? I mean,
well, yes, but
you associate professor? Are you associate professor Jalbatross, or am I talking to a tenured professor?
Full professorship. So, Arcana?
Way too much fourth wall. Way too much fourth wall.
Okay. So, was that an Arcana check to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please.
I got a 19.
19.
Nice.
Yeah, see,
It's
better than a
actually it is a complex machine to turn on, but it's relatively simple to steer. There's a series of mechanisms that you have to kind of shift around in a certain order, which causes the broomstone engine to come alive and align itself so that the smaller portions of the magical broomstone creates a kind of thrust, kind of propulsion system. As soon as Professor Jabaltros turns it on, configures the gears, the simple matter of using the helms wheel is pretty cut and dry. It just steers the propulsion system. You push the helms wheel forward to go down, pull it back to go up, and you spin the wheel right or left to transition a turn. The two of you feel the skiff rise. It's now hovering like 20 feet in the air. You watch as Professor Jabaltros leans forward slightly to increase the thrust, turns it very much land speeder-like around. The three of you watch as the skiff kind of comes through some of the jungle undergrowth, and now the skiff is like hovering alongside the three of you.
Naturally, the one that knows how to fly the skiff.
Well, I mean, I don't like to brag.
Okay, Karina's gonna try and push this thing on them on the skiff with her 0 strength.
The whole creature or the white stone?
Look, let's just look. We can land the skiff. Hang on. We got. Look, Melody is like muscle mommy down here, and we got Professor Jalbatar.
Jesus Christ!
Feathery bulk. You know, they'll get it on here for us. I'm confident. Just let us land the skiff.
Well, now I'm traumatized for another reason.
You didn't see her hit the thing, right? I mean, hell, shit. Did you see how she threw the javelin? It was.
Karina is just
I
gonna
would say there's not a lot of difficulty here. Like as a group, you load up the linen wrapped body of Priscilla up onto the deck. As a group, you kind of all heave the Starstone, the Kahir Stone, the Kazazir star up, fragment. But as you kind of all realize how heavy it is, and when it gets on the deck of the skiff kind of like feels the weight of it as well, kind of, edging towards the maximum load capacity of this particular, of this particular vessel. But you're all on the skiff with Professor Jalbatar at the helm. What would you guys like to do next? Where'd you like to go?
Don't forget those plates. Those.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
all the armor plates and you have the
The
breath
breath
weapon.
weapon.
All right, now, should somebody take point, or are we just going to fly on out of
It's
here?
also midday.
I thought we were at the night because we were like getting out where we couldn't
Oh,
fly
that's
out.
right. You started
were
at
like that-
midday.
we had
You
to find a
started at
way out,
midday.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's
If we weren't, we were going to be stuck down there all night if we didn't.
yeah. So the sun is just set.
Maybe we can just move out of this general area, and then when it's truly night, we can find a place that nobody would come looking for this and wouldn't be suspicious.
I'm curious what the guards are doing. Like, did
Well-
they go looking for us? Are they just holding at their post? I mean, I know we can't sneak up on them on a skiff, but I'm just curious if they were trying to kill us or if they just were ignoring us.
Tell you what, I can let me hop down and see if I can't get some sights on them with my scope. I mean, I can see at night, so that's a benefit. But let me hop down there and try and take a look.
We fly away in the skiff.
Oh,
Fire!
you do that? I'm gonna turn around. I'm like fire at the. Hold on.
Okay.
Double crossing. What we'd have here is a Marquesian standoff. Okay.
Is there any way for us to just disguise ourselves? I'm very concerned about the guards coming in at any point.
Maybe
I mean-
we should just get out of here.
I feel like if you guys fly up, I got those fancy boots before, so I have advantage on stealth, and I'm really quiet moving around. And with the scope on my rifle, I get better shots, better look at things.
So you're just sneaking up and we're kind of flying.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm just trying to sneak around. I'm not trying to actually go into anything at the moment. Just seeing what they're doing.
Okay.
Do we want to just move the skiff first to make sure that they don't come here? Maybe we can just get a few miles away and then.
Well, you
check on
guys,
them.
I mean, fly
Or if
up,
you-
right?
We're in the air. We're hovering in the air, right? And he's just gonna crawl
I'm-
a little forward and then run
I'm
back.
going down and sneaking around and just seeing what it looks like, and then I'm going to come back to the skiff and take off.
Okay.
Or if you leave a line down, leave a rope down, and I'll grab the rope and you can take off.
Okay, let's try.
Do this thing.
So I've descended from the skiff. I'll say I threw the rope over the side and shimmied down the rope to the ground level. That way the skiff stays up.
Okay. Skiff remains hovering at 20 feet. You kind of shimmy down the rope to, you get back down to the ground. Once you're back down, see, that's what I love about the new layout I'm going to use. You'll be able to see the backdrop,
That's
So
cool.
hopefully by
Yeah.
January, I'll have the new layout all set to go. It's easier to see the backdrop images that way.
Yeah.
So the skiff is hovering above you, Foreign. Where are you heading off to?
You're
You're
muted.
muted. Your headset's clicked.
All right. Yep. Nope. I muted it because I was hollering at the kids. I'm gonna
Be
go.
quiet back there, or I'm gonna come over there and I'm gonna put gelatinous cubes on your heads.
My daughters would
Proper
get
way.
that.
That's a proper D&D way to yell at your kids.
I
Dad,
I'm
what's
gonna-
gelatinous cube?
no man, my kids know what that is. So. we watched the D&D movie together, so very clear on.
Oh,
You know.
by the way, has anyone watched Secret Level yet?
Yes.
Oh.
Epic.
Yes. The first episode is fantastic.
The first episode is D&D, so
Yeah.
I highly recommend. It's very much in the vein of Love, Death, Robots. It's
Amazon
exactly
Prime,
like
yeah.
it. Only it's famous lore and active lore culture. So it's the creation of Mega Man. There's an excellent Keanu Reeves
Yep.
one in it that is just the bomb.
My
It's on,
daughters really
it's
like
on
the
Amazon
Unreal
Prime,
Tournament.
so definitely recommend it. It is so cool.
My
So
daughters really
cool.
liked the Unreal Tournament episode.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
So you're
All the
down on the
video
ground. You're looking up at the skiff above you. The others are kind of looking down at you. Where are you heading off to?
I'm gonna go beside the path in the trees. I don't want to go down the middle of the path, but I want to be like
Right.
just off the path, but following the path.
Give me a stealth check as you do
Yep.
that. See, it's when Foreign. See, you guys haven't learned. When you allow Foreign to go off on his own is when he gets in the most trouble.
Oh.
Hey, look, I have advantage on stealth. That was a 22. So
Okay.
Nice.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You start creeping along the jungle path route that you guys had taken to get to the High Tree Ruins.
I've got like my rifle out, and I'm kind of using the scope to
Yeah.
see farther ahead than I
You're
would normally
pacing
see.
your way in the direction that you know the guards to be. And the landscape kind of opens up a little bit for you. The undergrowth is a little thinner around the High Tree Station, which is a jump-off point for both the different trails that people take to send the caravans up and over into the Hellcatch, or, you know, when new arrivals come in with caravans, you know, it's all, you know, there's, you know, the ability for the caravans to be taken, you know, up into the spire. It seems business as usual. You could see a handful of wardens, you know, kind of doing their responsibilities. You can see the one warden that was spoken to earlier, where he's kind of just really itching badly at something on his neck. There's people in caravans that are tottering off down the trails, and you know, you watch as the platform is being taken up into the skyline of the core spire. Nothing really out of the ordinary, just kind of the busy late evening of cross traffic of this particular area.
The one that's itching at his back, I want to, if I can, like, get a better shot at him, not shot, but look at him with my scope.
Yeah,
Like,
give
I'm
me
intensely focusing on him.
give me perception with advantage because you're using the scope.
That's a dirty 20.
20. To Karina's credit, you know, she may be right. This guy looks pale, kind of gaunt and thin. He even looks a little feverish, like you could see little dollops of sweat on his forehead. And he's like making those lip motions that people make when they're kind of thirsty, like he's kind of looking around for something. And when he kind of turns his back to you to like reach down for something on the ground, you could see, because you're looking at it through the scope, there's a sudden rupture of the skin on his shoulder and neck area. A creature kind of crawls out of it, gets up underneath his hairline, and you watch his 3 little stingers sink into its neck.
Before that happens, like, but as that starts to happen, can I try and get a shot at it?
Oh, I'm still
Oh.
hoping you roll a 2.
Precision shot.
I'm also hoping you roll real high. Yeah, take the shot.
Right?
You've
Okay.
got your
Take the shot.
inspiration still, right?
Yep, you still have a D6.
Oof, let me get that out real quick. I think I'm gonna need that one. Wow, handful of die and no D6 came out. Hang on. There we go. There's a D6. All right. Oof. All right. Oh God. Yeah. Oh man. Okay. With the D6 inspiration, that's an 8.
Oh no!
You line up?
Tell you what, could I use Zephyr Strike?
What does that do? Give you advantage?
It gives me advantage on the attack. Yeah.
Yeah, go
It
for
burns a spell slot,
Yeah.
but it uses advantage on the
As
attack.
long as you have the available spell slot, go for
Yep.
it.
I've
Yes.
only used one. That's my second spell slot. All right. So
Okay.
rolling the other die. Hey, I'll take that. That's a 19 now. It was a
19.
16.
All right.
I didn't add my modifier, so it was a 19 plus. Sorry. Oh, the first one a 5. It should have been more than 8. Sorry, it was a 5 plus 7, so it was a 15. But now it's a 26.
Which is far
I
better.
didn't even-
Because as you aim and you feel that dot just kind of settle on the creature, you pull the trigger, the gun goes off, and it just sears through the air, and you watch as the creature, rips out of his skin and is about to send these protrusions into his neck and shoulder, and it just explodes like a grapefruit, just spraying across and out. The guy yells in panic and pain, collapses to the ground. Suddenly, the 5 wardens turn to look at him. 2 run over to him. 3 others start looking out into the darkened jungle. And then one of them yells, you go see where that came from. And you watch as about a dozen wardens come piling out of the, High Tree Station barracks and start, you watch as little lanterns get lit. And they're now kind of in a wide search pattern, kind of trying to figure out where the gunshot came from.
So I'm turning and I'm going straight back through the jungle, back towards the skiff.
Yeah, give me another stealth check as you do that.
Yep.
All of you back at the skiff heard a like a gunshot in the
All right,
distance.
That's
is
not good.
What
That's a
is
13. That's a 13.
How much?
13.
Hey, you there! Stop now! And you could hear 3 of the wardens yelling at you, and then you hear another warden over there. I see somebody. You watch as the lanterns get held higher, and then you can hear running footsteps as in the darkened jungle they're starting to get closer towards you.
I'm gonna put my gun on my back, drop to my knees, go in my trance real quick, and talk to Jalbatros. Like, go ahead, because I'm activating the token that I've left him.
Mhm.
Just talking to him, and I was like, "Get out of here! You might have to get me out of the brig."
Mm.
And I just
All right.
I go down like hands behind the head, like I'm.
As the skiff starts elevating upward, it breaks through some of the tree line, and as you look, you can see a dozen lanterns kind of bobbing and weaving in the jungle undergrowth, and you can see somebody down on the ground, and a half a dozen wardens have crossbows and spears pointed at someone just as the skiff takes off up into the nighttime air.
Oh no.
Late. It's not late, but it's dark out. The stars are all out. The moon's out. As you guys breach out of the jungle underneath, the core spire comes into full view, and you lose track of Ford. Where would you guys like to go next?
We gotta get to Fabian like immediately.
I'm a little concerned about getting this piece of star into the city. I mean, in the wrong hands, which it seems like it's where it's been up to now, it could do some really, really bad things. What can we do with this? Like, we're kind of stuck with something bad.
Let's just dump it in our living room. I think this is like problem for tomorrow.
It's our salt lamp. It's our salt lamp. Come on, it's our salt lamp.
Would it be suspicious
not
if we
sure.
arrive in our area in town in a skimp?
I feel like I'm a little concerned about the guards capturing foreign, especially since it seems like they might be corrupt. So I just think we should try and get someone that we trust as soon as possible and like report this right away before they spin it.
I think we need to just get back to our shop. We need to make sure these are all cooked. Are there any extra cloths or anything on this skiff that we can disguise it, making it look like it's something we're bringing in to sell eventually from the shop?
I mean, we're on Princella's skiff. Like, it's not going to be low key when we arrive.
When we carry
Karina,
things
can
off,
you
we have to
impersonate
seem like-
Princella?
What's that?
Karina impersonate Princella. We have the Chandei Quorum tokens. She can kind of she can just kind of swoop in and be like, "This man was working under my authority. I apologize profusely, but."
I mean, I can turn into one of the guards and try to spring Thorn out. Would you guys be okay with just taking this someplace
I don't know.
safe?
Professor Jalbatross's plan sounds pretty foolproof. If you look like Princella, that's an easy way in, isn't it?
In
That's
where?
true.
Where? Who are we talking to? Looking like Princella?
Back to the
Where
guards
the
that
Thorns
certainly.
Oh, going back down.
Thorn? Yeah.
Okay, I'll go do that. You guys, please be careful with this thing.
I'm going with her.
Oh yeah, we're not gonna leave, right? If
Yeah.
like there's no
The whole
reason
skiff, right? It's got to
run
be the whole
if-
skiff.
if we're legit, then there's no reason we would run.
So, as Jalbatross brings the skiff back down through the tree line and hovers it over the guards that are kind of now on the main road heading back towards the barracks, there's 6 in front, 6 behind, and in between them is now a restrained and manacled Thorn. The skiff settles off to the right of them by about 20 feet, and they all look up. The captain of the guard looks up to see Karina's Princella form, and quickly runs over to the skiff. Ma'am, Princella, are you all right? You know, people have been looking for you.
Yes, I know. I would not like to elaborate, but I was indisposed, and this over there, my good friend, has come here to fetch me.
Ma'am, I'm sorry, but he took a shot at one of the guards, nearly killing the guard.
No,
Yeah.
no, I didn't shoot the
Good.
guard.
Look at you.
Look at
And like he takes a backhand slap right across his chin. You shot at one of my guards. Unfortunately, that is an offense that must go up before the judges. I cannot allow him to go with you, ma'am.
That go.
I'm gonna go into my trance.
I'm gonna just do a real quick insight into the person in front of me.
Okay. Yeah, give me an insight check. What are you focusing on?
I'm focusing on if he actually wants to bring Thorn to justice, or if there's like something else here.
Yeah, go for it. Give me an insight check.
Can I use my token again to talk to Jalbatross to like tell him about what I shot?
Sure.
Like that. Look, Professor, there was one of them bug things crawling up on the rich kid's neck. I shot it. Yeah, it was dangerous, but I didn't want him to die.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
I got a 7.
7? He's very hard to read. He seems genuinely angry. And you would remember that he was kind of an aristocrat's kid. I am just mumble fumble tonight. It's so funny. He's kind of an aristocrat's kid. So you're like, there's some concern there that you get the feeling that this guy doesn't want to get in trouble for someone who's relatively important getting nearly killed. So he seems genuinely angry and concerned.
That's terrible. That sounds nothing like him. Is the person okay?
Yes. It would seem that the shot grazed the young man's shoulder and back, causing some significant damage to his shoulder. Other than that, the young man was very lucky not to have taken that shot directly in the head.
Foreign, what happened? Did you see? Did you see who did it?
Can I
It
take
was-
a look at the?
Yeah, Thorn's like still tied. He's looking at the guards, but talking like it was one of them bug things on his neck.
Smacked him in the chin again.
Sir, excuse me. Sir, are you aware that there's an infestation here?
There's an infestation of looky-loos and people that don't have any business down here. I will take command of this person. You are in charge of yours. Get Priscilla back to the Chandei Quorum. I will deal with this vagrant. It smacks Thorn again across the chin.
My good sir, that's really unnecessary. This man is in my employ. What? I must demand that you stop manhandling this gentleman.
So this man is in your employ who nearly shot and killed one of my guards.
Is the guard that he...
Would you mind coming down here and speak with us for a moment, sir?
Of course, my good man. Is the guy that he shot the bug off, is he down there?
No.
Like that?
Nope, he's not. Oh.
Ah!
On again.
Third grade.
Melody, do you have any charm left in you?
Sir, sir, it sounds like the young guard was being attacked by one of the creatures roaming these woods. Did you look to see what he shot?
The only thing that we saw was clearly a bullet had ruptured the back of his shoulder and caused a great deal of damage. We saw and heard the shot. We chased after him while he was trying to flee. In fact, Sergeant, arrest this professor as well. We'll take them both in for questioning.
Sir, you have no authority to arrest the professor. We've done nothing wrong, and in fact, Thorn saved this young guard's life. This is completely inappropriate.
You can give me persuasion if you like.
Okay.
I will say this, it's a high DC.
Yeah.
So if you have any magic tricks left in your bag, you may want to try to pull it off.
I got nothing left. My spell is gone. Channel divinity is gone.
You still have the
My inspiration is gone.
Yeah.
It's all gone.
Oh man.
Someone wanted to help me.
I still have a charm. I still have a spell slot left, and I have charm person.
I'm very persuasive. I can try that.
I
I mean, if you want to try charm person, if you cast charm person, I'll say that you're giving Melody the help action,
Yeah,
and also giving
try to
her
support it, yeah.
a lower DC, so she'd have advantage on it.
That's
All
all.
right, yeah, I'll burn that spell slot. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Oh, a nat 20 plus 6, 26. Yeah.
Right when it matters.
My
Right
last
when-
bit of juice.
The DC was a 22.
Oh,
So
Wow.
you watch as he suddenly gets a very calm expression on his face. He looks at you, looks back at Thorn, looks at the professor who's about to be manacled. Oh, I am so sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. I apologize.
It's okay, my good man. It's
Yes,
been a
we were
very
just being
stressful
very,
evening.
very cautious. Strange things going on. Anyways, he starts to unbind the wrists. The sergeant goes, "Captain, what the fuck are you doing?" Oh, it's a good friend of mine. It'll be fine. Untethers everything and just kind of has a dopey look on his face. And please, you may rejoin your friends. And please, Mistress Priscilla, I'm glad you were found. Captain Vanier here. If you need me, you can find me at the High Tree Station. All right, men, ladies, on our way. And as he starts leading them away, the other wardens and the sergeant are like, "What the fuck just happened?" And they have to follow his orders, so they just disappear down the jungle road. Foreign take 3 points of bludgeoning damage from the unarmed strikes.
Yeah.
You guys pile back into the skiff and watch as the skiff kind of takes off back up into the air above the canopy of trees into the night sky. That's where we're going to finish tonight. I think it's a good stopping point. Oh my god, that was a epic roll at the end.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
Oh, the
At
advantage was
DC
killer.
22, I was like, holy shit, Jabaltros and Thorn are going to jail. And the team's going to have to spend money and time getting them out of jail. And then they got to explain themselves.
I was willing to take that for saving that snotty shithead's life. So
The locating of the Star of Khazir was a milestone. So we are now officially level 5.
Oh, yes.
It'll definitely get more grindy from here on because we know how that goes once we're at level 5. gets a little bit more deadlier too. But I'm going to leave your guys' content on so you can level up over the Christmas break. We are all good for next Sunday for everybody. All right, go ahead and linger. We'll chat. Everyone else out there, thanks for coming. Be safe, be kind, and don't forget, play a game. We'll see you all in a week. Bye, everybody.